Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Player will receive a t-shirt provided by Vision Health.
And welcome to the Hampton Inn Suites Pregame show here on KTAK and WYO Today. This is Kevin Shields filling in for Cody Beers as he is headed to the University of Wyoming at Arizona State game tomorrow. I am joined in the booth by Connor Shields. Cameraman Connor, as you all know, we are the Game of the Week, and we're joined by Baylor. Baylor 2024 football is here.
Yeah, it's great to have it back. We've been looking forward to this probably, well, at least in my case, since the beginning of November. It's a beautiful day here in Powell. It's looking around the state. This is the only live game in 3A. The rest are just scrimmages, so we're certainly subjected to a treat today here for Riverton football.
Absolutely tough opponent, two tough opponents back-to-back. Second-year head coach coming in with a lot to replace. Only 6 returning starters on this Wolverines squad, including brand-new quarterback in Blake Ganbine, at least a name we know, and a whole new crew of receivers replacing some Wolverine legends.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sheets and McIntosh last year, they were household names by the end of the season. I think Sheets set a couple records for the Wolverines even. It's going to be a big change, lots of new names, lots of new faces, but I think Coach Linhart here in his second year has put these boys in position to succeed.
All right, and speaking of Coach, your dad had a chance to sit down with him earlier today, and we're going to go to that right now and hear Coach's thoughts on the 2024 campaign and this matchup here in Powell.
All right, Cody Beers here with Coach Mark Linhart. Hey, Coach, going to play some football today.
Yeah, after 2 weeks of practice, it'll be nice to finally play a different opponent. I think our guys are ready. I think I think more than anything as a coach, you kind of want to see where you stand. I think early in the season, you don't focus as much on your strengths as you do your weaknesses. And playing Powell this week and Cody next week will definitely get our weaknesses exposed. And so hopefully we can work on them. And then if we do some things well, we know that against a lot of our opponents, we'll be able to do those things well. So this tough 2-game stretch will be really good for us right out the gate.
I know it's been the mantra of you building programs that you tailor your offense, defensive sets to the personnel you have. How do you feel about this year's team?
I think in year 2, we're more sure of what our assignments are. But in the same regard, we got a lot of guys who haven't played a lot of varsity football. So you may work on it and it may look pretty in practice, but until you get out in a game, and sometimes it takes messing it up in a game to actually really learn it, it may not be pretty right away. But our goal is to just continually get better week to week. And then we may have an idea about what a kid can do or cannot do, and then they might get in a game and surprise us. So I think that I hope that by the time we hit about our 3rd or 4th game, we have a little more of an idea of who we are as a squad, being as young as we are.
Let's talk about that youth. You got 6 seniors. They all start both ways for you, but tell us about your personnel and where we're going to see a lot of. We're going to see a lot of young guys playing.
Well, I think one thing that's nice is
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud
All right, Cody Beers here with Coach Mark Linhart.
In that regard. So we'll be young, but we'll be junior young, if that makes sense. I hope we're not starting a bunch of sophomores across the board because that makes it tough. So I do feel good in the fact that those guys have been in the program for a while. They've played football for 2 years. Their bodies have matured at least to that 16, 17-year-old status. I think when I look at our senior group, I think what headlines it right away is Ryan Cox and Tyree Harris up front. These are kids who played a lot of football. They've played for 3 years. They did play as sophomores, and very, very hardworking, good kids and guys that we can rely on. And, Jackson Larson's another kid who's literally just improved, it seems like, every day since we started with him last year at camp up at Black Hills. And so I feel good about him. Hunter Riemann, he was playing mostly JV last year. And then he got some time at linebacker and played well at the end of the season, so he's got some experience. And then, Jordan May, until he got hurt, he was starting for us last year. So I feel good about that. We also have Aaron Gonzalez, who's a big, strong kid. Hasn't played football really, but he's got potential to be good. And I think it's going to take him a few games to figure it out. If he just stays resilient, he'll be a real solid contributor. So, those are our 6 seniors that are going to play, and they'll play a lot. But then after that, junior-wise, I think, obviously Gattenbein at quarterback, but pretty much most of our skill kids, from Clay Sheets to Gage Treber to Hunter Saltzgaber to Paxton Yates, Dane Cox is a sophomore who's going to play a lot. These are all guys who works. Caden Liebricht, he played a lot last year on defense especially. So these are all guys we're looking to really step up and take that next step, and really we need them to play more like seniors sooner than later.
Let's talk about those specialty guys a little bit. Gantenbein gets the job at quarterback. Looking at your 2 deep, Hunter Saltzgaber is going to be your number 1 running back. And then tell us about this wide receiver group that we saw little bits of Sheets last year, but big shoes to fill there.
Yeah, when you talk about Nick McIntosh and Ty Sheets, these are 2 of the better receivers that come through the school statistically. They were, we didn't have a running back probably half the year last year. We had to play Blake there as a sophomore, and he filled in admirably. But after Jordan got hurt, we made the decision come conference football, we're going to run Derek and at quarterback, and then we're going to get the ball to our receivers, and we thought that gave us the best chance to win, and it worked out. We were able to stay healthy, and those guys had tremendous seasons. These guys right now need to focus on doing the dirty work. They need to block well. They need to get involved in the run game, and then when they get their opportunity to catch passes, I do think we're going to look a little different than we did a year ago. I think that early on in the year especially, we're going to rely on the running game until we can get our skill guys up to speed, and then just try and build the offense around our strengths. I feel good about our 2 running backs. I feel good about Hunter and Jordan. I know you mentioned that Hunter's starting, but really it's kind of 1A, 1B. They both have specific skill sets that we like, and they're both good players, and Jordan showed that at times last year as well. So hopefully he can stay healthy and we can keep him going, and the same with Hunter, and have a nice little 1-2 punch back there with a lot of depth at tight end and fullback, which Branson Saltzgaber was our tight end last year, but he didn't really play tight end. He was more of a receiver. And so, this year we got a little bigger bodies with Dane and Paxton in there. And so you'll see more 2-back sets, more double tight sets. You'll see we're going to play a little more compact at the beginning of the year. And then as the year moves on, we'll probably try and spread it out a little bit more.
Your teams like to play physical. I know that you like the physical game. First, tell me about Gantenbein. He's got to be more mature than last year. How's his arm? I know he likes contact too, but tell us about that and the physicality that you want out of your guys.
Yeah, I think we just want our guys to go in thinking it's going to be a 48-minute fight, and we want the other teams, when they're done playing us, regardless of our talent, that every single coach and every single player we play against says those guys play hard. And everyone says they play hard, but there's a certain nature to playing to the whistle. And I think in this state, and I don't really care what level you're at, I watched the North Dakota State CU game last night, and it's not even close in terms of ability, who had more ability. It was CU. But in the trenches, North Dakota State could battle with them, and they would run the football, and they were able to keep it competitive that way. And that's really our goal year in and year out. How do we build the best offensive and defensive lines that we can? Because no coach likes to get the ball run down their throat, and everyone wants to run it down the other team's throat. And I think that's our goal most of the time. If you give up, it's a lot easier mentally if you give up a long pass than somebody just physically taking it to you for the whole 48 minutes. And what a great test tonight, because I really believe Powell's their front seven is it's a great group. They'll be one of the best groups we play all year, and we know that. They got great size. They've got a D-end who's a college-level player, in my opinion. Their middle linebacker, Wisniewski's probably one of the best linebackers in the state, and the Abraham kid's not far behind. And so this will be a huge test for our team, and we'll find out where we're at in terms of our physicality and where we need to get to. I do think we made strides in the weight room. I think our mentality's better. I think our assignments are better than they were at this time a year ago, but it'll be a fight, and we'll know a lot more come about 10 o'clock tonight of where we need to get better.
Coach, good luck. Hey, come up and join us in the postgame.
You bet. Thanks, Cody.
The Wyoming High School Activities Association would like to remind
Thank you to Cody and Coach for that. We'll be right back with our Sutherland starting lineups here on Wire Today and KTAK.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
All right, Cody Beers here with Coach Mark Lenhart.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites Pregame Show here on KTAK and Wire Today. It is time for the Sutherland starting lineups for your Riverton Wolverines. But first, we're actually going to talk about some keys to the game because that involves several of our starters. So, Baylor, I hate to say it, but a lot of questions coming into this season with brand new skilled players and whatnot. What is the key for you as far as what do you want to see out of today?
Well, I tell you what, Coach said it himself best. They've been playing against each other for 10 days now, 10 practices. This is the first game of the year, your first look at someone else. So I think a big key for this team is just come out and, just have fun. You're playing the best game on earth, football, and it's a beautiful night here in Powell to do so. So I think that's key. But, kind of a question that we need to answer. This is Lenhart's second year. He's kind of said this is his second year to bring in a system into this team. It's just how well does this Riverton team respond here against what is going to be a really tough opponent in Powell. Powell last year was one of the top three teams. I believe they went to a semifinal last year. And they come in bringing that star power again. They have a couple D1 prospects, as Coach Lenhart said himself, and it's just going to be how does Riverton respond to this challenge here in the first game of the year?
Well, and with 9 minutes till kickoff, it does look like the Powell Panthers are chomping at the bit as their captains are already out. The team's already out. They're ready for the national anthem. They just want to get going. As we go to our Sutherland starting lineups, we do apologize. This is week 0 for us as well. We don't have a starting lineup, I don't believe, of Powell, but for Riverton, starting on the defensive side for the 2024 Wolverines, the defensive ends are sophomore Dane Cox and junior Caden Liebrecht.
Yep.
Defensive tackles are senior Ryan Cox and senior Aaron Gonzalez. At linebackers and in the defensive backfield are junior Blake Gantenbein, senior Tyree Harris Aragon, junior Aiden Sanchez, senior Jackson Larson. Corners, Hunter Saltzgaver Jr., junior Clay Sheets, and at free safety you will have Gage Treber. On the offensive side of the ball, the big hog mollies up front. At left tackle, junior Caden Liebrick. Left guard, senior Ryan Cox. Center will be junior Danny Clausen. At the right guard will be Aiden Sanchez, a junior. And rounding out on the right side, Tyree Harris Aragon, a senior. At wide receiver and running back, you've got junior Gage Treber, junior Clay Sheets, senior Jackson Larson, junior Hunter Saltzgaver, and junior Paxton Yates. Yates, thank you. At the fullback, you've got Hunter Ryman. Quarterback is junior Blake Gantenbein. Punter is Jordan May. Kicker is Hunter Saltzgaver. And the long snapper will be Paxton Yates. That is your Sutherland starting lineup. We're going to take a break, get some bills paid, and we will be right back with the kickoff here on WYO Today.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been...
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our...
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
The staff and board.
And welcome back. It got really quiet in the stadium here for the coin toss. Again, this is Kevin Shields along with Baylor Beers and cameraman Connor, who doesn't have his headset on, so we'll just let that go. And we are about to kick off here, so we'll get rid of some of the pregame stuff. Thank you to Hampton Inn Suites Pregame Show. We will get the scoreboard all nice and up for you, because I noticed we're not showing certain things.
The interim looked like Powell won the toss. They will begin they deferred and will be kicking.
And we had that earlier, so I don't know where it has gone. Let me check the thing as they get ready to go. Select color. It should be on black. That's saying it is. And I don't know where it has gone, our scoreboard. So we've got the scores. Should have team names. If we don't, well, we'll go ahead and try and update those and see if that helps. That did indeed help. Again, week 0 for us as well.
Well, while you figure that out, last year Powell kind of ran it down the throats of their opponents. They averaged 31 rushes per game, only 23 passes, but I think coming into this year, they have a senior QB. He's pretty strong. I think there was that middle linebacker that Coach Lenhart talked about earlier.
And
Wisniewski, but
yeah, it's been a hot minute since I heard a team come out to Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue, of course, popular in like the early 90s. That's dating me because I was in high school when I owned that album. So be interesting to see, of course, like any game, Baylor, you summed it up. Powell likes to jam it down your throat, and you always hear, win the turnover war, stop the run, and run the ball. Win the rushing game.
Yeah, it'll be very important for Riverton to not freak out when those big plays happen. Just got to control the tempo, control this Powell offense, which is very potent. And, that's a good first step into winning this ballgame.
So Riverton will receive the kick here. We've got one copy of a Powell lineup. So who is doing the kicking here for the Powell Panthers? Number 4.
Caden Nelson.
Caden Nelson going to kick off. Deep men back are...
Looks like you got Clay Sheets, number 2, and number 28. He's not on the roster, so...
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't have a 28 either.
Maybe 29.
Maybe 29. It's 29. That would make some sense, as that would be Hunter Saltzgaber.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
And looks about size-wise. Of course, I got to call him during soccer. Kid is speedy. Glad to see him on the football field this year. Ball is teed up on our near hash. For those listening on the radio, Powell will be going left to right on your radio dial. They are in their gold and black, gold numbers and whatnot, white trim. Riverton, their black helmets with their white with a little bit of accent of red. Kick is going to be fielded by Clay Sheets at about the 10. He gets up to 22, 25. Nice little 15-yard return, Baylor.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, first play of the year, it looked like a hard hit from Powell, so looks like it's going to be a physical one out there today.
Well, for both teams, first time to actually go full speed without the coach going, don't do that again.
Yep. Yeah, no, and both sides have some big boys out there. Looking at the trench dogs there for Powell, you got a couple there that are 6 foot plus easily. And then also on the Riverton side, obviously Ryan Cox, probably the biggest kid out there. But, got some big boys on the Riverton side too.
So Riverton is going to break the huddle, and as Coach said to Cody, they're going to go tight, one wide receiver up top, going a split, an offset I formation, tight end in motion to the near side, and they're going to run it up the middle and gain about 3.5 with the runner being Hunter Saltzgaber. He clocks in a 5'9", 155 tailback.
Definitely going to be using speed to his advantage. Yeah. Speed and shiftiness.
Speed, but I'll say this, from soccer season now, which is not that long, he does look like he's filled out a little bit. Now, granted, pads help, but he does look like he's filled out a little bit. He's a lean, mean fighting machine, as we've seen in his other sport. So they break the huddle again, this time going 2 on the far side up top. They're going to go single back. Nope, they're going to line up almost in a power I with the 2 fullbacks up really close, and they're going to hand off, and he's going to run it out to almost the 30. They're going to spot him at the 33, which will leave it at about 3rd and 2.
Kind of a similar scenario from the last play. Just kind of give it to Hunter and kind of an inside zone, let him pick the hole. Another good 4-yard gain there.
Keep doing this a little bit, play action starts to get set up.
Absolutely.
And because if they don't go to the play action, Powell's going to start just loading the box.
Yep.
Powell this time breaking their huddle with 7 in the box. Now 8, number 9's kind of sneaking over, and now he'll go back out as the wide receiver. Jackson Larson will go wide. They do have a slot man, and they are in a very different offset I. Fake the reverse, give it to Saltzgaber. He's at 35, out to the 40, out to the 42.5-yard line, and that is a first down for the Wolverines.
And Hunter Saltzgaber tear up that trap there. That was a beautiful play, 9-yard gain. He's up to 17 yards right now.
Nice little cut back by him, found the hole, took what the defense gave him, and moves the sticks.
It's certainly a odd formation, I believe, what it looked like. They kind of had 2 backers, but they were about a yard behind the left side of the offensive line. And then they didn't have a tailback. And, just kind of different.
All right. You can kind of tell, like you said, Powell, a powerhouse, that maybe a little Bill Parcells from the Super Bowl against the Bills, they're spending a lot of time in the huddle, making each play count. As they come out, they are in the offset I. This time, first time, a wide receiver is on the near side. Gantenbein under center, and we've got movement on number 88 of the offensive line. That would be Paxton Yates, and that'll back him up 5 yards on the false start. No. Coach got a timeout before that, so good deal there. We've got 9:46 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back with more Wolverine football here on KTAK and WYO Today.
Thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Good news, DUI crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County. We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
All right, we're back right out of the timeout. We missed that play for you guys as the commercial was playing a 20-plus yard pass play by Blake Gantenbein to Jackson Larson. the 6-foot, 160-pound wide receiver, and that should help those running holes, Baylor.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Riverton will use play action here to really open this up. They're having a good drive here to start this game.
Offset I, fullback goes in motion to the right side. They hand off to Jordan May, and he's going to have about 3.5 to 4 on the carry there. Hey, I love me some 3 yards in cloud dust. I'm an old Southern boy, and that is what Riverton is working right now, is working the clock and making possessions count. The interesting part, Baylor, you were saying it was an interesting formation. It's an offset I, but the fullback's very tight on the quarterback.
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely what was different was there was no tailback, and it works. I love unique looks in football.
Riverton, Blake Gantbine going to break the huddle. The junior looks down to his left. He's got 2 wide receivers. He's in the gun this time. One protecting back, tight end. Dane Cox goes in motion, and it's going to be snapped right to the protecting back, and he's going to take off and gain the 32, maybe the 31.5, depending on what they want to give him. That was actually number 18. It was to Blake Gantbine, but unfortunately there is a dirty laundry on the field in the form of a little yellow hanky, Baylor.
Certainly a drive killer. We saw this a lot last year. I mean, it's just tough when you have all the momentum and then, you get a holding penalty or whatever this might be that backs them up, but it's just how you respond. That's what matters.
Well, and as if you were a psychic, it is holding. Kind of knew it was against Riverton when the referee is talking to the defensive captain for Powell and seeing what they want to do. They were obviously going to take it because it would have been 3rd and short. It'll move it back to, they mark it at, they say 2nd and 12 on the PA. It's a long 12. Ball is at the 40. They have to gain almost the 27 to get a first down here. As Baylor said, this can be a drive killer, especially when you're trying to, what seemingly Coach is trying to do, is shorten the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Running a lot, controlling the clock, controlling the tempo. Just really tire out these Powell Panthers. It's kind of how it is in Wyoming football. Typically, starters play on both sides, so the longer you can keep them on the field running the wrong direction, the more tired they get for offense.
We're getting direction from Mr. Spielberg himself. Cody, who's watching this game at the airport. Cody, we hope you have a great flight and a great time down in Arizona. I have a feeling it's going to be substantially hotter.
The high was 107.
And we ran into another penalty in the meantime. Backs up another 5 yards, so it's 2nd and forever. Hunter going in motion. Ganbine's got a man wide open, and he just misses him. Clay Sheets, great route, had 10 yards of separation, and Ganbine just a little too much mustard on that pass, and it falls incomplete. It will set up 3rd and 17 here, 3rd and a country mile with 8:15 to go in the first.
Yeah, that was the definition of wide open. That would have easily been a touchdown for the Riverton Wolverines if that would have just been a little bit shorter of a pass. But
yeah, definitely great play call. Saw what Clay Sheets brings to the table, and obviously as weeks go on, that should shore up quite a bit as the chemistry in live football gets taken over. Ganbine in the gun, has one protecting back, 4 wide. He's going deep again. He's got a man and just overthrows him again. That was Clay Sheets, kind of the same route. Credit to Powell's DB. He did stick with him, but Clay Sheets at the very end did get it open. Ganbine put it in a spot where only Sheets could make a play. Unfortunately, unable to connect again.
Really props to Ganbine, too. Stood in there, had some big pressure from Powell, probably 7 or 8 rushers there on that one. He stood in there, took the hit, but delivered really what was a good pass, just a little bit too far.
That'll bring on long snapper Paxton Yates and punter Jordan May. Jordan's going to take the snap at his own 40. Punt's not great, but didn't really need to be. Unfortunately, it doesn't take a bounce in either favor. It'll end up at the 21. So call it a about a 24-yard punt where Powell take over. There's 8:04 left in the, well, we'll keep it right here. I keep forgetting there's no media time out. Used taking a break here. We'll keep it right here as Powell have their first offensive play of the game here. Riverton's defense ready to go. And we'll see if Powell does indeed stick with what they're known for, which is a running attack. Well, they're going to break out with 3 wide and 1 protecting back 4 wide, as they got a slot receiver inside. Man in motion, snap, and we have dirty laundry on the field. It is against Riverton is the initial signal from the side judge. It is offsides, and not the way the defense coordinator and staff saw that first defensive play going, Baylor.
Yeah, it's obviously not the goal, especially to start the drive, giving them a 1st and 5, but it happens, I guess.
From the gun again, man went in motion. He's going to roll to his right, throws short, kind of pump fake for long, and he's at the 20. He's going to go out at around the 30. I think they're going to spot him right at it, and that will be about a 4-yard, 11-inch gain, and will set up, or a little about 4-yard gain. That will set up second down and 1.
I think that pass was to Caden Nelson, I believe.
Caden Nelson, one of many on here with multiple positions. They've got several there, QB, wide receiver, and DB. So much like Riverton playing both ways. Out of the gun again, they're going to have Caden Nelson go on the reverse, and he is going to slide down. Don't know if he just didn't like what he saw or it slipped. He did go feet first, so it makes it look intentional, but it will lose quite a bit of yardage there, Baylor. They're getting bailed out a little bit. It'll make it 3rd and 6.
Yeah, it looked like on the pitch he bobbled it, and so potential drive saver there for Powell. He covered up that fumble. But, yeah, loss of now they're back 3rd and 6 here.
So it's interesting so far. Granted, the first play may have been called that, but no running attempts really yet. Short passes, but using the pass game as the run game. QB out of the gun again, 4 wide. Man in motion is Caden again, and he's going to roll right, and he's going to find him, and he's going to be stopped short. Looked like he bobbled it a little bit. And it's going to be signaled incomplete. So looking for Caden Nelson again was Kiana Wisniewski, the quarterback. And Riverton, even after giving up the offsides, will get a 3-and-out, Baylor.
Yeah, that's huge, especially after starting with that pre-snap penalty. I know it's week 0, but Powell kind of looks a little disorganized here to start this game on offense.
So they're going to line up in the punt formation. Punter standing on his own 12. Can't catch a number for that. Riverton with 2 guys back, kind of playing a punt safe a little bit. Punt's going to land at the 45, and this is what drives coaches just nutty. Clay Sheets could have caught that at the 45. It's going to bounce and go all the way back to the 28.
Yeah, that was a huge punt. 47-yarder is what I quick calculated.
All right, well, we'll be right back with 6:50 to go. It'll be 1st and 10. Wolverines, we are scoreless here on KTAK.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
All right, we're back. Gantenbein goes out of the gun and throws complete to Saltzgaver for a gain of 17 out to the 45. It'll set up 1st and 10. And as much as we heard about compact, the formation has been compact, but they've been willing to sling it.
I think Linhart's seen 3 streaks go down the middle of the field wide open, and he's taken full advantage. Gantenbein able to connect on that one for a big gain.
So 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Riverton will have it 1st and 10 on their own 45. Big play by Gantenbein. And this time he'll come out lining up under center. Has 3 wide, 2 on the near side, 1 on the far, single back. Far side wide receiver goes in motion right underneath the quarterback. He's going to block, and Riverton's got some going at the 50 down to the 48. They might give him the 47. They will give him, it looks like, the 48. So on 1st and 10, a nice 7-yard gain there.
Yeah, Jordan May with the carry there. You know, he's kind of the opposite of Hunter. He's a little bit more compact, still on the shorter side, but has a bit more weight to him, and so he's much more of a power back. But last year we saw him, I believe he broke his clavicle, missed the rest of the season, so it'll be huge to have him a 1-2 punch there with Hunter and Jordan May.
Gantenbein offset I with the fullback offset to the near side, 1 receiver on the near side as well. He's going to hand it off and up the middle. And good for a 1st down, gain of 4 by Hunter Saltzgaver. He's going to gain the 39, and Riverton's got a drive working.
Absolutely. Riverton's offense looking really clean, really crisp. They're at up to 70 total yards here. Hunter Saltzgaver is really proven on the ground, averaging 5.3 yards a carry. That'll get it done.
Nice little 1-2 punch when you have a guy like Jordan May and Hunter Saltzgaver. And I'd be remiss to say they're both soccer players for Riverton. A very soccer feel to it. You don't always see that, but Jordan May, we knew just on the soccer pitch where he doesn't get to be physical. He's a strong boy, as is Hunter. Hunter a little bit more on the speed side. From the gun, going to fake to the left with 3 wideouts, and it's going to be just blown up. They were setting up a little bit of, I think, a bubble screen is what they were going for Dane Cox. And credit to the Powell Panthers D. They sniffed that out. Just took a long time to develop as well.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting play. Had 2 fakes and then kind of threw the bubble. But Powell, they usually are a very refined football team, and they showed patience there and were able to make a stop.
Dane Cox, one of the larger players at wide receiver for Riverton, 6'2", 175, lean and mean. And it's going to be a loss of about half yard, so it'll set up 2nd and 11. But we have a player down for Powell, it looks like, just threw his helmet down. And while they tend to him, we will take a commercial break. We'll be back. There is 4:07 left in the first quarter. It's 0-0 here on WYO Today and KTAK.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And welcome back to WYO Today and KTAK's coverage of Wolverine football. I am Kevin Shields, joined by Baylor Beers and cameraman Connor. Out of the timeout, injury timeout for Powell. It's shotgun, 3 wide, 2 on the near side, and they're going to hand off, and he's going to be sniffed out, is Jordan May. And we got a late flag, and we may get another late flag. We do, and I have a feeling, we don't know the call yet, Coach Leonard's going to be furious with Jordan May because it was a 15-yarder, and now it's offsetting.
Yeah, it's always the cliche, the retaliation is always what gets caught. Obviously, they caught both acts there. But, yeah, Jordan May just kind of let some frustration out. And, unfortunately, it's like you said, it's an offsetting penalty. It's going to be 2nd and long here once again for the Wolverines. As
Deacon Jones said on the NFL films I had, you always throw the punch first was his thing. But they caught that when he got shoved down. He got shoved late while he's still on the ground. Jordan May just lost his composure, got up, and shoved back. And then the second flag came a-flying. They are discussing it longer than I thought it would take. So should be just offsetting, repeat 2nd down. We've got an unnecessary personal foul on both, as we anticipated. So those will offset, and we'll repeat it. And the frustrating part about that, we had a fumble, I guess. We did have a fumble. No one saw that. No beanbag on the field. Baylor sitting here with his hands outstretched. So there was a fumble, and they're going to say Powell recovered it. Very interesting because there was no signal from any ref or umpire in the backfield or anybody signaling a beanbag out and then a signal. And they're just going to say it was a fumble. So I'm kind of confused, and the referees are going to talk a little bit more, it seems. I don't think it's going to reverse anything. So 3:53, and Riverton has only two mistakes in the game, but both on the same play. Neither one of them would have reversed the fumble, but they would have not given Powell such great field position. As it stands at their own 46, Powell out of the shotgun, 4 wide, man in motion. Wisniewski's going to keep it, and he's going to be stood up after a gain of about 3 on the second effort, maybe 4. Call it 3.5. He gains the 50 when they scrimmaged from the 46.5, and really it's the second effort that got him anything, Baylor.
Yeah, it was a good run. Hard hit by Ryan Cox, kind of stood him up, but yeah, just kept those feet moving. Wisniewski's a big kid, so definitely has some power there.
So Riverton looking to hold here after the fumble. The most unexciting fumble at an away when the home team got it. No crowd knew. Nobody had a clue. All of a sudden, woo, we got the ball. Well, Baylor censoring himself on this one. Out of the gun, same man in motion again, 4 wide. They're going to hand off, and they've got room. It's going to be number 29, Trevin Abraham. He is one of a whole slew of running backs. He is going to get a first down as they will spot the ball at the 42-yard line of Riverton. First time anybody's really been in the other opposition's territory. Both teams had flirted with it a little bit, especially Riverton, but first time for this in this game with 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Powell looking to get a drive going. Their first down of the game just occurring. They will come out of the gun. Both slot receivers are offset, and someone in the backfield going in motion is number 4, and they're going to hand it off again, and he gets some big-time running yards after Gage Treber doesn't wrap up, tried to throw a shoulder shiver, and he's going to gain it all the way down to the 25-yard line, finally stopped by Hunter Saltzgaber.
That's kind of the Powell offense you come to expect, kind of just punch it right in your mouth, right up the middle, and that's 2 plays in a row that have worked well for Powell.
That was Trevin Abraham again. He's a big boy when he lines up at linebacker, much less at running back.
Oh, yeah, and he's quick too, which, that leads to yards.
So Wisniewski at quarterback. He's in the gun again. Same formation they've ran pretty much the whole time. He bobbles it. Now he gets it out quickly to the 20-yard line, and it's dropped. It's on the ground. Beanbag out. Let's see what they signal here. They still haven't officially. Riverton going wild. We have not seen anything official. And there it is. Turnover in favor of the Wolverines. Big hit as the receiver turned back to catch it. And then basically the ball just spit right out when he was hitting the back and recovered. I didn't catch who recovered that, but
I didn't either.
Riverton forces a turnover, so both teams with 1. Riverton will scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 29. Big play for the Wolverine defense.
Absolutely frustrating for Powell, too. Had a good drive going there.
Oh, Blake Gambine drops the snap, turns around, and he's going to get lucky here. Receiver somewhat in the area, shouldn't be grounding. But to pick it up and just want to get rid of it so it does not cause a problem, he did kind of just put it up there where if a Powell Panther's there, possibly pick 6.
That's a little bit of early season jitters for sure. Kind of saw the pressure, kind of panicked a little bit and just threw it up. Certainly could have ended up worse than it did.
A little bit of lack of starting experience. His first start here officially as a Wolverine. There is a minute 50 left in the first quarter. It is 0-0 here. The story of the game really has been the Riverton defense so far, but they just, off the turnover, it'll be 2nd and 10. Here, Gambine going, all sorts of people running around. I don't know if anybody knows where they're supposed to be here. Yep, and Coach Linhart's going to call a timeout. They came out with 2 near, 1 far, and then shifted into trips. And it looked like just a little bit of discombobulation. So, 0-0, minute 50 still left in the first. We'll be right back here on Wyo Today.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
And welcome back to KTAK and Wyo Today. Minute 50 go. Riverton with the ball. Coach Linhart didn't like the confusion there amongst his wide receivers. Of course, keep in mind, as Baylor mentioned in the pregame show, Hampton Inn Suites pregame show, all new receivers basically as starters.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, we haven't really seen formations like this last year for the Wolverines either. So Linhart changing things up, as a good coach does.
Gantenbein with 3 wide, tight end in motion. Snap to Gantenbein, and he's going to take it himself, and he's going to get out past the 30. They're going to give him, nope, they're going to say his knee was down right at the 30. So it'll be right at a 6-yard gain. It will set up 3rd and 4 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I just want to keep grinding and grounding and pounding, I think is what I was trying to say there.
It's week 0 for all of us, folks. 3rd down, and Riverton going to get a gift. They will get the first down as number 29. That would be Trevin Abraham is going to jump off, and it'll be defensive offside, so it'll be automatic first down for Riverton.
Yeah, it was a great snap count by Blake. He just clapped his hands, and there was several Powell Panthers that jumped off sides there.
Nice to get the freebie on 3rd and medium.
Absolutely, especially deep in the opponent's zone.
So it'll set the ball right at the 35, literally sitting right with the nose on it. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines in this scoreless game. Coming out under center with a bit of a power eye behind him, 2 wide on the right, though. It's going to be handed off, and it's going to be sniffed out. I do believe that was Saltzgaver. Saltzgaver gains nothing there, and I think Powell's situation now is you're going to have to hit a few more passes for us to back out of the box.
Yeah, I think, if Linhart here looking at play action, something up the middle, they have yet to show that they can stop that. Yeah, I think passes are coming, I think. Looks like they're bringing in more wide receivers here.
So going out of the game here is going to be Hunter Ryman. And we're going to get a flag before we even really get set. Let's see, Coach Linhart not happy. He's out at the numbers arguing with the official. It is going to go against Riverton. I don't know what it could be because they really weren't even to the point of getting set yet. Could have been 2 men in motion at the same time maybe. Nope, it's illegal substitution. So illegal substitution going to be the call. It's going to back it up, and it's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Wolverines. Looks like Riverton doesn't want to change the play call, though. 5 wide now, 2 up. And everybody and their brother, unless drawn, just jumped off sides for Powell. So we'll just reverse what just happened. Yeah. Both teams, when I say everybody, I don't think we could have given you a number. There were at least 3 or 4. That good snap count there, and credit the center, he just took it. He just got knocked on his butt.
Yeah, Danny Clausen there just took all 3 of those blitzers up the middle there. He was flat on his back after that.
So we'll go 2 plays and be right back with no play actually occurring. And 2nd and 10 from the Riverton 35 for Riverton. 5 wide again, 3 near, 2 wide, a 2 on the far side. Gantenbein from the gun takes a snap, looks over the middle. He had a guy a little bit. He was also leading him into a dangerous situation in the safety who might have popped him. He did miss Dane Cox, though, as he threw it a little too far left, and Dane was coming in right.
Looks like Coach Linhart targeting the middle of the field still.
It's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is there so far.
We've seen three passes up the, streaks down the middle that could have went for a long ways if they were just slightly better passes. I think that's just preseason jitters, obviously. Early season jitters, I should say. But, definitely a gaping hole there in the Powell defense.
Where you don't want to be if you're Riverton, a brand-new starting quarterback at 3rd and 10 in your own territory here. Got 4 wide, 3 of those are up top. Gantenbein's going to look out to the left, throws it up and through the hands as time expires. Just went right through the hands of Jackson Larson. So that would go down as a drop. It was a little fade pattern. But that brings us to the end of the first quarter. It is 0-0. Powell and Riverton. We'll be right back here on YO Today and KTAK.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Riverton's Hampton Inn Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and the better service.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome back. Riverton going to punt after the dropped pass. We'll get the punter in the screen for you. And it's a good one, this one. High. It's going to be fair caught at the 25. Drove him back. So that's going to be
it's like a 40-yard
punt. So they do flip the field. Good punt there by Jordan May. Good job by him. Landon Gold, by the way, is backing him up as the backup punter. Good snap by Paxton Yates as well. And it'll set things up at 1st and 10 from the Powell 25 with 11:53 to go in this first half.
Certainly, if you're Riverton's defense here, got to be keying the Trevin Abraham rush for 25 yards on 2 rushes in that last drive before the fumble.
Going from the mock pistol here with 2 wide on the right. New formation for Powell, and they're going to hand it off. Riverton's going to read it. He is going to gain a yard or 2 just by leaning forward. Actually, Wisniewski carried that, so he flipped out at quarterback. Like I said, they got like 3 guys who line up at quarterback. It'll be a 3-yard gain and set up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it looks like Caden Nelson is kind of being the quarterback for this drive for Powell. Kind of interesting.
Well, the interesting part is they're all listed. There's 3 or 4 guys that are quarterback, running back, and DB, and they play both ways just like Riverton does. Going to set up in the pistol again, same formation exactly, and it's going to be the handoff again to Wisniewski. He's going to get out past the 30 to about the 33. It will set up a 3rd and a very manageable 2 as we tick under 11 minutes.
See, right now, Powell 0 for 1 on 3rd down.
Harris Argon with the stop there.
Nice.
So this is, I think, a little bit more what you were talking about in the pregame show as far as past 2 plays. They've just rammed it up off tackle.
Yeah, certainly. This is the Powell that I remember clear back when I was in high school, which was 8 years ago now. Just running.
Oh, you old man.
Yeah. You aged yourself earlier. I got my
Snap is going to be handed off again, and this time it's going to be ran for a first down. He's going to gain about 7. That is the aforementioned Baylor playing psychic again, Abraham, the big man, and it'll be interesting to see as the game goes on, Baylor. They're starting to, at the end of tackles, be able to gain that 1 or 2 extra yards falling forward.
Yep. Trevin Abraham for Powell, he hits hard, just by lowering his shoulder there, not only does he get 2 extra yards, but now we got an injured Wolverine on the field.
Injured Wolverine. Can't see the number, but we'll let you know when we get back. We'll take that timeout with them here on WYO Today and KTAK.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapahoe Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
And welcome back to WYO Today and KTAK. 10:21 left in the half. It is all knotted up at 0. Hunter Saltzgaber able to get off on his own accord and under his own strength. Was grasping at the left stomach or lower rib, kind of in that floating rib area. We'll see what that means. He is a key cog on both sides of the ball for this Wolverine squad.
Absolutely. We knew it would be a physical game, and that was a hard hit by Powell's Trevin Abraham. Looked like he got off on under his own power, though, so hopefully he can get back into this one.
Going from the pistol again, it is Caden Nelson still taking snaps, I do believe. No, it's number 4 now. Or that is Caden Nelson. And it's going to be a pitch out wide right, and that toss sweep to Wisniewski is going to go for, let's see, they're saying his knee was down a little bit before his body hit. Rest of his body hit, they're going to give him almost 6, about 5 3/4. It'll set up a 2nd and a long 4, but now they're starting to test the sides.
Yeah, and that's a tricky place, especially when the Wolverines haven't yet proven that they can stop that run up the middle by what has been Trevin Abraham so far. But, the outside just got to keep contained there for the defensive ends. Powell up to 72 yards rushing now in this one.
From their own 46, pistol again. Nelson got 2 wide receivers on the near side. Takes the snap, hands it off to Wisniewski, and he's going to get up to and past the first down. And there's all sorts of signaling that we may have another fumble on the field. Let's see here if they whistled him down or not. Waiting for the official word. And it is a fumble. The defense for the Riverton Wolverines coming through again. And we'll have the ball 1st and 10 from the 50. Riverton with some timely turnovers for Baylor.
Yeah, so far 3 fumbles for Powell. 2 have been recovered by the Wolverines. They've been huge because Powell seemingly is just driving down the field at their own will. Big turnovers by the Wolverine defense.
See if Riverton can take advantage of it. Obviously, the best field position they've had all day at the 50. Gantenbein will come out, take the offense into the huddle with 9:02 left in the half. Looks like he's going to go under center here. And their wide receivers are in tight on the near side. He's going to play action. Gantenbein looking for a little bit of a screen. Gets it out to Dane Cox, and he will gain right at about 4. Let's see where the spot is. They are going to give him the 46. The 46. So it will be 2nd and 6 for the Wolverines. Nice little play, get yourself a nice gain of yardage on 1st and make 2nd more manageable.
Absolutely. Blake much calmer there, had some pressure in his face, just was able to deliver a nice pass to the check down there, the little out route, got 4 yards out of it. That's good football.
Absolutely. Sets up the 2nd and 6 as we're now under 9 minutes. Both teams been unable to score. A lot of self-inflicted wounds. Offset eye. Tight end in motion. Gantenbein under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand off, and it's going to be absolutely just bum rushed for a loss of 1. Jordan May with the carry, and Powell is starting to sniff out the up-the-middle runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Powell just playing well up the middle. They kind of have been almost stacking the box. Got 8 guys there. Got a safety kind of creeping up in the pre-play there. So about 9 guys in the box. Might be time for Riverton maybe to look on the outside or, a pass up the middle because they haven't stopped that yet.
Yeah, they haven't stopped it. On the first part, we haven't completed it yet.
Yeah,
Sets up 3rd and 7, what they were trying to avoid out of the gun, and we do. Powell, again, another self-inflicted wound on defense as the defensive tackle is going to jump for offsides, which takes 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 2. Whole different down now.
Absolutely. Opens up the playbook a little bit more. You can attack it in several different ways here. That's the 3rd pre-snap offsides by this Powell defense. It's been huge.
Powell just shooting themselves in the foot. I have a feeling that the halftime for them is not going to be pleasant. 3 fumbles, two recovered by Riverton, and now 3 defensive offsides. Man in motion for Riverton as Gantenbein's in the gun. Now he's got 3 wide on the left. Tight end now is going to step off and go into motion into a fullback position. Gantenbein's going to drop it, and he's going to lose the snap. And after getting 3rd and 2 and manageable, snap a little bit high, but you can't put that one on the center. He got both hands on it about shoulder height, and it's going to turn it to 4th and 10.
Yeah, Blake kind of tried to run before he caught it there, and that's usually what happens, unfortunately. That was a promising position for the Wolverines, but going to have to punt here.
So we've seen Jordan May's leg on the last punt. Let's see what Jordan brings out here as far as maybe able to pin him if he could get a punt like he did last time. Line of scrimmage is the 50. 2 men back to return for the Panthers. Good snap. May's going to put it up in the air, kind of low, but it's going to come down. It's going to be fielded, actually, at the 17, and Riverton all over it as it was fielded by Whitlock, the senior wide receiver and defensive back. He gained about 2.5.
Yeah, another a 32-yard punt there for Jordan May. That's his average on the day so far, 32 yards, which is huge. Can flip that field a little bit.
So flips the field. He probably would like to maybe have gotten a little bit more on it, but hey, it's at the 20. Didn't have anything go wrong, no self-inflicted wounds, which right now that seems to be the battle of this game, is who can shake the nerves first, and neither team has done it yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of fumbles in this one, lots of sloppy play, but it's going to be telling here. Wolverines got to make a stop because I'm sure they're not going to continue to get lucky with fumbles.
Yeah, Nelson out of the pistol again, 2 wide on the near side. He's looking to throw, goes over the middle and caught, and then it might have been dropped. It looks like, nope, complete. He did bobble it. No, they said intended, so it was incomplete. Pass was intended to Alex Jordan, senior wide receiver for Powell. And, again, even when you do everything right as a quarterback, bobbled it, then got hit in the back, got dislodged. Nice hit by Riverton. But nobody really playing sure-handed right now.
No, they're not. And Riverton did their part, delivered a big hit. They had 3 guys there within a couple yards of that receiver and made sure that ball went incomplete.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Pistol formation. 2 this time on the far side. 1 on the near. Looks like Riverton going to press man on the near side. Now drops into a zone. Handoff is going to go for about 2.5, maybe 3. Call it 2. Actually, call it 3. It'll be 3rd and 7.
I believe that was Mikhail Foley on that carry.
Riverton with the nice stop, and it's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, Baylor has mentioned probably about 5 names that have carried the ball for Powell. They've got more running backs than I think they do any other position. War of attrition, they are going to be fresh, so Riverton needs to get some points on the board, get a stop here first. 3rd and 7 at the Powell 23. Going for from the pistol. Even on 3rd and 7, they're a danger to run it here. And we've got a whistle and a timeout by Powell. So with 6:08 to go, it's still 0-0. Riverton hanging with Powell here on WYO Today and KTAK.
Future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
And welcome back, man in motions. Nobody back there with him, and Nelson's going to throw, and they picked apart the zone on that one, Baylor, for a gain of 17? Yeah, about 17. Not actually 17, more like 15? Help me out here,
yeah,
Baylor.
I think it was
My
15.
math is failing me here. It will be first down at the 38 or 37. 38. Whoa, wow. Week 0.
Yeah. No, that was a
first attempt for 38 of Powell.
Good pass by Caden Larson. Powell kind of went to their two studs, I guess, so far. They went Caden Larson to Wisniewski.
So Larson still at quarterback. Will he go out of anything but the pit? No, he's going out of the gun this time. So, no, it's Nelson now at quarterback, I think, taking the snap, number 4. Nelson's going to keep it, and he's going to get out to stretches out the ball, but they'll say his knee was already down. It's going to be a short gain of 2. He ran a lot of distance for a minimal gain.
Yeah, that was a really good tackle by Jackson Larson. He was doing the old spin and juke and everything, so that was a great job by Larson to wrap up and drive him into the ground.
So 5 minutes now left and counting in the first half. Riverton, a defense facing 2nd and 8 against Powell, has held them in check with some help. And for fairness, Powell's held Riverton in check with some help from Riverton. So this is going to be a pitch out to Wisniewski, and he's got room to run. There is a flag in the vicinity of holding. He's taken down right at where it would be 1st and 10 at the 48 of Powell. But I have a feeling that one's marching back plus 10.
Yeah, it looked like the ref just told the lineman that he was hugging the Riverton player. So,
well, brotherhood of the football players. I mean,
Right.
he's trying to show his fellow linemen a little love, and you question flags like that. No, it's going to be holding against Powell, so it'll march it all the way back to about 30-yard line here. Should be spotted right within spitting distance of it. In fact, well, you don't get closer than that. It's sitting on the 30. It will set up 2nd and 18 for the Powell Panthers here with 4:33 to go as the clock gets wound into play by the referee. From the gun, Nelson at quarterback. I think that is Wisniewski back with him. Can't tell. He hasn't shown his number yet. Nope. Yes, it is. He's going to be blocking. Thrown out to a tight end. Our guy playing the tight end position, and they're going to say he reaches the 35. Foley, number 33, with the catch. Larson with the stop. It'll set up 3rd and 13. So Riverton's got them where they would want to have them.
Absolutely. That was a huge holding penalty because it was going to be a first down. Pushed him behind the sticks. It was a great job by Riverton there on that pass just to crash as a defense and make a tackle. Now puts him behind the sticks, a place you do not want to be on 3rd down.
No, so it is going to be Nelson at quarterback. Still, he's going out of the gun. He's got 5 wide. He's back there by himself. Riverton sends 4. They were letting him through, trying to set up bubble screen. And great open field tackle. He eluded the first guy. Did Alex Jordan. And then Clay Sheets making that ankle tacker. Baylor saved, well, I'll say it. Didn't just save first down, saved a touchdown there.
Oh, absolutely. He was the last man back, and that was a great tackle. Once again, Powell showing their shiftiness here. That was a bunch of spin moves, a bunch of jukes, kind of some Madden football kind of moves here by the Powell players. But great tackle by Clay Sheets, saved a first down and more.
Sets up 4th and 8. Powell will be punting. Single returner this time, standing on the Riverton 26. And, it's almost blocked. But instead he gets off a mammoth one, and it's going to be fair caught inside the 20. They're going to spot it at about the 18. So Jackson Larson fields it. Riverton, Baylor very close to blocking it, and then credit the punter, stayed composed and got a how far was that one?
That was a 42-yard punt. He's got a heck of a leg. He's had 2 punts tonight, one of 47 and that one of 42. Also, a great catch by Jackson Larson over the shoulder. Maybe made up for that pass earlier in the game that went through his hands.
Kept it from possibly being downed very deep in Riverton territory. As it sets, they will be 1st and 10 from the 18. It'll be interesting to see with how the style play has been with 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Is Riverton looking for a first down and just get out of here, or are they going to look to go for some points and be a little aggressive?
Yeah,
I can see both situations.
I think this first play will be very telling, yeah.
From the offset eye, Gantenbein fakes and hands. Oh, lucky Riverton. Jackson Larson there got it on a bit of an end around, fumbled it, but was able to get on top of it. It will be a loss of 2 yards on the play, and Riverton faithful are breathing a sigh of relief there.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think they will happily run the clock out after a start like that. We'll see. Linhart's kind of tricky occasionally. Maybe he'll try something, maybe a pass down the seam here.
Well, even with the loss of yardage there, it doesn't look like Powell is in any hurry to get their offense back on the field. They didn't call a timeout. They're going to let it go under 1:50 before this is snapped, probably 1:45 before it's snapped. Gantenbein's going to come out. Looks like it's going to be, it's going to almost a single back, but there is a fullback there. Tight end now in motion. Lines up at fullback. Gantenbein hands it off. And up the middle, Riverton at the 25. Gets out to the 30 to the 32-yard line. First down, Wolverines. Saltzgaver back. First handoff since he walked off injured on defense. And he gets 14, I do believe.
Yeah, I had him 15 yards, but I think you're right, 14 yards. But, yeah, Linhart now wanting to be aggressive.
No, you're right on the money. We'll argue over who's right. We're saying each other. It's at 31. It was at 16. 15-yard gain. And now coming out and shotgun with 5 wide. Gantenbein looks to his left, throws over the middle and through the hands of another Wolverine. This time going through the hands of Hunter Saltzgaver.
Broken up by
Minute 14 left, and they just gave credit on the PA to the guy who broke it up. Nobody broke it up. It just went through his hands. And if Saltzgaver gets that nice leading pass with his speed, anything is possible. As such, with the drop, he'll set up 2nd and 10 from the Riverton 31.
Yeah, Riverton, 1 timeout on the clock, or on the scoreboard, excuse me. Certainly with that big gain, still trying to make some advances down the field here, looking to score some points going into half.
4 wide, 1 in motion from near to far. Gantenbein with the snap. He's going to roll, and he's going to get his guy ate up there. Finds Dane Cox for no gain, but he got lit up. And Coach Linhart will call the timeout here as we'll go to 3rd, and they're going to say he got about half yard here with 1:06. Riverton with the ball. Just over a minute left in half, tied at 0. We will be right back with the conclusion of the first half here on WYO Today and KTAK.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And welcome back. Minute 6 left. Gantenbein out of the gun here on 3rd and long. He's going to take the snap. He's looking deep. He's going deep. He's got a man. A little bit of contact. I didn't think we'd see the flag, actually. A little hip on hip. Maybe their feet got interchanged, but he did, again, have him.
Absolutely. Wide open.
Not as bad as the other ones, but not as wide as the other ones. But, yeah, open.
Yeah. That play is it's gonna connect here this evening, I guess. It's got to.
Yeah, you would figure. You would figure that it has to. It's there. Get a first half underneath you and a halftime. But I think one of the keys that we'll look back at the end of the game will be in the next minute and 1 second. Jordan May needs to get off a good punt. We do not need to let Powell, as they'll now waste a timeout. Don't know if they had too many men on the field or whatnot, but we will take that timeout with them too, and we'll be right back on WYO Today and KTAK.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to WYO Today and KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine football. It's 0-0. Riverton will be punting on 4th and 9 from their own 32 with a minute 1 left in the half. Jordan May got a good snap, steps into it, not quite as good as his previous one. It's muffed, but it is going to be fallen on by the Powell Panther who is returning. That is a Brecken Kobe. He is a freshman. And he muffed it, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. And now it's kind of the exact opposite of what I asked you. What does Powell do here? They just had to waste a timeout, though. So
you got to think that their goal is to score here, and then they get the ball back here in the second half and score again. I mean, that's kind of the ultimate football chess move. Get 2 scores before your opponent even gets the chance. But we'll see how they respond. They bring in, looks like a wide set here. So
going out of the gun, 5 wide. I think that's Nelson, but it might be Wisniewski. It is Wisniewski. And he's going to be under pressure. He's going to have to roll to his left. Now he's going to leash it long, and it's going to be overthrown there. Good job by Sheets and Treber of Riverton. Hung out there long enough to not let him get to try and run under it, but not long enough to get a flag.
Yeah, absolutely. Great defense there. Great pursuit by the defensive line of the Wolverines. Almost had Wisniewski a couple times there for a sack. Not a snack, but a sack. And,
well, maybe a snack would be nice.
maybe a defensive lineman's version of a snack is a sack, but no, great defense there by the Wolverines all around. I would expect much of the same here from Powell to end the half, unless they go 3 and out.
from the gun, 5 wide again here on 2nd and 10, and he drops it, and we have a flag. It's going to be false start against Powell. So back it up to 2nd and 15. And now you do wonder if Coach Powell's thinking, you know what, let's go to half. Let's settle down. At least Coach Chase Kistler, you'd think that might be going through his head here as they were looking at 2nd and long. Now it's 2nd and 15, even longer. And they just don't look very comfortable throwing the football.
No, they don't. And, that's their fourth pre-snap penalty of the game so far. But, Powell definitely very uncomfortable in the gun, it looks like. Have had a couple bobbled snaps, including that one, so far this game.
So Wisniewski in still at quarterback from the gun, 5 wide, 3 near, 2 far. And Riverton going to jump on. So we'll have the second time today, just reverse the teams, that someone's jumped and then the defense jumped to accommodate them. That was Jordan May crossing the line on the far side.
Yeah, certainly frustrating, but I think it doesn't really change things if you're Powell here. Still 2nd and long.
Same formation with 3 near, 2 up top. Wisniewski's going to look deep, and he's going to uncork it, and it's going to be just overthrown, incomplete.
Wisniewski's pass intended for Caden Nelson falls incomplete.
Looking for about a 45-yard completion there. Does fall a little bit out of range for the wide receiver. He'll set up 3rd and 10 from the Powell 35. Panthers looking at 37 seconds left. I do wonder if it's one of those run it, see what you get. If you get the first down, cool, go on. If not, I don't know if Riverton's stopping the clock.
Yeah, no, I mean, no timeouts, and you're going to be probably pinned pretty deep if you're Riverton, if you get the ball back here. So probably going to half.
Coming up the middle on the rush, thrown by Wisniewski, and it is almost caught, but a wonderful job by Clay Sheets to get his hands in there after the completion and not allow him to complete the catch fully, and it'll set up 4th and 10 with 31 seconds left in the half.
That would have been a huge gain. They would have definitely been close to field goal range. I don't know how good their field goal kicker is, but if it's that same punter, he has a heck of a leg, and definitely could have been close to being in range there to put 3 points on the board, but now he punts.
So coming into punt, looks like it's going to be, let's see if he's a kicker too, Alex Jordan, senior wide receiver and defensive back. They actually don't list a punter or a kicker. We know they've got a good punter, so he's also a wide receiver and DB. Snap, Riverton kind of coming up the middle, and it's going to be low, but it's going to definitely take a Powell favorable bounce. No one for Riverton looking to stop it. Running completely up, going to let the clock drain down to 19 seconds before it rolls dead. And I've got a feeling, Baylor, that it's either going to be a really conservative run or it's going to be victory formation, take the knee, and go to half.
Yeah, I think so. I think, both coaches probably go back into the locker room, kind of regroup a little bit. It's been kind of a wild half of football. Not really a offensive showdown, obviously being 0-0, but quite a few mistakes by both teams. Just like we've said, it's week 0, first game of the year. Those are going to happen. But, yeah, I think if you're the coaches, want to take it to the locker room, relax.
Now it'll be the double reverse flea flicker.
Yeah.
Nope, going from victory formation. Gambine takes a snap, and he takes a knee. And we've got about 15 seconds left. It'll keep going. Boy number 44 for them was very excited to rush on victory formation, it seemed. So they'll let the final few seconds tick off. Here in week 0, Riverton traveling up to Powell. They're tied at 0. We will be right back with the United States Marine Corps halftime show after we pay some bills here on WYO Today and KTAK.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Rohbacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
And welcome back to WYO Today and KTAK. It is the Riverton Wolverines and the Powell Panthers here in Powell in week 0. And we're going to be going to the third quarter after halftime, tied up at 0. So first, we're going to go through just some games of interest around the state right now. In Class 4A in the second quarter, wow. Granted, they're number 1. In the second quarter, Sheridan 66, Cheyenne South 0. The shutout's not the surprising part, but at halftime, number 2, Cheyenne East 17, Laramie 0. In the second quarter, number 3, Campbell County up 6-0 on Kelly Walsh. At halftime, Rock Springs up 8-6 on Cheyenne Central. A baseball game broke out there. First quarter, Thunder Basin and number 5, Thunder Basin, number 4, Natrona County knotted up at 0, it looks like. Of course, in Class 3A, we're the only game going tonight. Class 1A 9-man, we do not have a score yet coming in from right at Shoshone. Of course, next week, just so y'all kind of know what's coming up next week, Cody will be back with his son Baylor, and they will be 20 minutes down the road at Cody for Riverton Cody. Cameraman Connor and myself, I think it's a 3 o'clock kick, will be at Shoshone as the game of the week kicks off. We checked the Ranger, Lander Journal, and Wyo Today this week as we unveil our game of the week for each week the rest of the season. And of course, we'll stick with them through the playoffs. Class 1A 6-man, HEM, which helped me out here. I've been here a while. I've never seen HEM in action. What's it stand for?
Hannah Elk Mountain.
Okay, in typical 6-man fashion, they win 64-52 over Midwest. Interclass games are going on. Glenrock and Jackson are playing in Riverton in the first half, evidently, right now. Was not aware. No score there. For teams facing out-of-state opponents. At halftime, it's 2A number 5 Lyman 0, Mallet, Idaho 0. Shelley, Idaho, and 3A number 1 Star Valley are in the first quarter scoreless. 3A Evanston's against Ben Lomond, Utah, scoreless. First quarter, 3A Torrington at Gering, Nebraska, scoreless. And 2A first quarter, Wheatland and Mitchell, Nebraska are scoreless. In non-varsity, it's funny they have the schedule, but 10 Sleep at St. Stephen's JV, they say they're missing a score. Tomorrow you have KC at number 5 Casper Christian 1A 6-man. That will be played at Natrona County High School in Casper. Interclass games tomorrow. 2A number 3 Mountain View goes to 3A Green River at 10 a.m. And 3A Rawlins at 2A Burns at 1 p.m. And Sheridan JV will be at Tongue River at 11 a.m. Of course, tomorrow night on 99.1 KWYW, the Heat, the Wyoming Cowboys will start their season off visiting the Arizona State Sun Devils. Sun Devils, of course, going to be breaking in a new quarterback as their quarterback transferred to my alma mater, the University of Georgia. And don't know if he's happy with it because he wound up being third string. So that's your scoreboard from around the state of Wyoming, brought to you by Ranger Printers. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back with stats with Baylor Beers here on Wyo Today and KTAK.
Good news, DUI crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County.
We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
And welcome back to KTAK and Wyo Today. We're going to check in now with Baylor Beers with the stats from this 0-0 first half.
Yeah, kind of a weird game so far. I've never been around too many 3A games that are 0-0 at halftime. But first for the Powell Panthers, lots of mistakes on both sides, kind of both teams having great drives on offense but then stalling out due to penalties, due to fumbles that are either lost or recovered, stuff like that. But going into the stats, first for Powell, let's see. Through the air for the QBs, we have number 3, Keona Wisniewski. He is 2 of 6 for 8 yards. And number 4, Caden Nelson, they've kind of been trading off. He's 3 of 4 for 25 yards. That's 33 passing yards as a team. On the ground, Keona Wisniewski, Trevin Abraham leading the team, 3 rushes for 32 yards. That's a 10.7-yard average. All 3 of those runs up the middle been very successful, but Powell went away from it for some reason. Let's see. Mikhail Foley has 1 rush for 3 yards, and Keona Wisniewski 5 attempts for 22 yards. That's a 4.4 average for him. As a team, that's 83 yards on the ground. That doesn't seem right. I think I miscalculated, but they have about 60 yards on the ground, I'd say. 90 yards total as a team. As a team, they are 2 of 5 on third down. They have had 3 fumbles, 2 of which were lost, and those were serious drive killers because they were both in the opponent zone, in the Wolverine zone, and they were driving down the field easily before those fumbles happened. Punting the ball, 3 punts, averaging 45.7 yards, and then another killer for the Powell Panthers have been those pre-snap penalties. In total, they have 5 penalties for 30 yards. For the Riverton Wolverines, through the air, Blake Gattenbein, 5 of 12 for 43 yards to this point. Receiving-wise, Jackson Larson, 1 catch for 22 yards. Jordan May, Hunter Saltzgaver, 1 catch for 17 yards. And then Dane Cox, 3 catches for 4 yards. And that's been your through the air for the Wolverines. On the ground, Blake Gattenbein, 2 rushes for 5 yards. Jordan May, 3 rushes for 9 yards. And then Hunter Saltzgaver has definitely been kind of the lead back tonight. 6 rushes for 36 yards. That's a 6-yard average. And then as a team, 48 yards. That's a 4-yard average per rush. Total, they have 91 yards on offense. They have 2 fumbles of their own. One of them was also lost. They are 1 of 4 on third down. Punt-wise, they have 4 punts, averaging 32.3 yards, and then 3 penalties for 20 yards against the Wolverines.
All right, well, we got word from the scrimmage at Lander with Cody. Cody scored on all 4 of the possessions they took during the scrimmage, all touchdowns. But maybe some good work for Lander, or some bad news for Cody's defense, but give credit to Lander here. Lander did score 3 times, 2 TDs, and a field goal. And let's get some things out of the way here for next week, just so you know. So it'll be join Cody and Baylor here on KTAK for Riverton at Cody. And then you can join Ernie and Austin. They will be at Green River as Lander will travel down there. Join Kevin and brand new guy Ryan Williams, Kevin Simpson that is, and Ryan Williams, as Thermopolis will play Tongue River at Thermop on KDNO. All 3 of those games start at 6 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, cameraman Connor and myself will be in Shoshone, as Shoshone will face Pine Bluffs. So Riverton going to open 2 games on the road before they return home for Evanston, and that'll be on the 13th. So that's going to do it for the United States Marine Corps halftime show. Week 0. I'm going to be blaming week 0 7 weeks in, I have a feeling. But that'll do it for the United States Marine Corps halftime show. We got 1 more minute till the second half. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on WYO Today and KTAK.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back here to Powell. The clock went to 0, and then they added 3 more minutes here. But we're getting ready for the kickoff here in the second half. Tied 0-0. Neither team really wanting to win this game so far. Kid, obviously, both teams want to win. But really, it's going to come down to which team comes out of the locker room having fixed some of the issues that we saw there in the first half. Lots of turnovers. Only one for the Wolverines, 2 for the Powell Panthers there in that first half. Lots of penalties there for Powell, and some penalties also killed some drives for the Wolverines. But all in all, really, the Wolverine offense looked pretty clean. They were the much better team coming into the beginning of this game, or they looked like it coming into the beginning of the game. And now both teams kind of have settled into this run about 5 or 6 plays and then punt the ball and or turn over the ball. But no problem. That's what Week 0 is for. It's the first game of the year, first live contact for both these teams so far this season. And honestly, it's going to be such a leg up. They're going to have such a leg up on the rest of the 3A conference. I know a lot of the teams either playing out of state or playing interclass matchups this week, or a lot of teams also scrimmaging. As we know, Lander scrimmaged Cody. But man, just having a full game under your belt to begin the season, that's a huge leg up on the rest of the 3A class. Really gets you ready, especially when you're Riverton. You come into Week 1 and you're going to be playing arguably the number 1 team in the state in 3A in the Cody Bronx on the road at Cody. As Kevin joked, only 20 miles down the road from Powell. Unfortunately, these kids have school. It's not like the pros where they can just stay in Cody all week and practice there. But I digress. We'll be in Park County once again next week. But yeah, no, just if you're Riverton here, keys to the second half, want to clean these things up that have been happening. Continue to run the ball, but also try to connect on a few of these deep passes. We've seen several passes from Blake that have either gone through the hands of wide open receivers or he just slightly out threw the wide open receiver and would have walked in easily for a touchdown. Probably 4 or 5 of them at least so far in this game. So if you're Riverton, want to clean up those errors, and then once again on defense, just continue to disrupt this Powell Panther rushing game. Obviously, they look uncomfortable throwing the ball, and so you just want to keep putting them in situations where they have to throw it. And so far, Riverton doing a great job.
We're trying to even out the camera here a little bit. We're playing with an uneven windowsill. So the tripod's labeling it as level, but we're trying to get y'all a better shot. We got a few things in our Week 0 we'll clean up. We'll go with that hold on. We're going to play with it, I think, a little bit more. How's that look to you, Baylor? I don't know.
I think that looks pretty decent.
Okay, we'll go with that. Riverton will be kicking off. Huge that they were able to keep them from scoring with that 1-minute one after that punt. And Riverton with a chance. Now here, what I'm interested in, kind of my key to the game here in the second half is they've ran a lot of guys as running back, has Powell. Will that start to come into play like you think they probably planned for it to and be fresh in these later quarters?
Yeah, certainly they have a leg up there. Riverton really running 2 main guys at running back. It's good to see Hunter back in there. He came back almost immediately after he left an injury. But it definitely could play a part. Powell probably with the fresher legs of the two teams.
So Saltzgaver takes the kickoff here and kicks it into the end zone for a touchback. That was somewhat unexpected.
That's kind of that soccer background, right? Coming through.
No doubt it's the soccer background. But the interesting part is on the kicking. Well, he is the kicker. For some reason, I was blanking out on that. And able to get a lot of leg into that one. And it will put the ball at the 20-yard line. I think the only level of football that hasn't changed to the 25. And back in the pistol, I'm guessing that's Wisniewski at quarterback. Haven't seen a number, but he's done the pistol. That is him. He's going to hand off, and it's a big opening at the 30, 35, 40, 45, out to the 50, and down into Riverton territory. Let's see where they say he stepped out, all the way to the 38-yard line. So a 42-yard gain there.
Those chains, that's a first down, Panthers.
If you're the Wolverines, that's not what you wanted to do to start the half, obviously.
No, first 10 seconds, 42-yard gain. Was that Abraham again?
I believe that was actually Mikhail Foley.
Mikhail Foley. So they're working through them, and all their running backs have a little bit of beef on them. They're not going to be easy to take down. There it was just well blocked, and by the time he reached the far side of the field, he had an open lane. It'll set him up in the pistol, 2 wide on the near side, 1 up top. Wisniewski snap. Now he's looking for the long throw, and he's going to overthrow just barely outside of the arms of a diving Alex Jordan. And not that I ever want to question it. They know way more about football than we do, and especially me. But after that run and having that stable of backs, why not try and bully it a bit more?
It's kind of a question I had from the first half. They had 3 really successful runs up the middle, and then that was in the first quarter, and they didn't come back to it. And then we have one here, and they go for the long pass, maybe trying to catch Riverton on their heels a little bit, but still questionable play calling, I guess.
Wisniewski out of the pistol. He's going to pitch it. It's on the ground, and they're going to have to fall on it. Tailback actually trying to fall on it, got it with his knees. And you want to talk about some fortuitous bounce. One is getting it back. Number 2 is, depending on which guy wins the spot war, it looks like it's going to be the near side guy. So basically it's going to be the far side guy. So they only lost about 6 inches out of it.
Yeah, and really lucky, especially after that first bounce bounced off what looked like a knee.
Mm-hmm.
That could have went anywhere. And fortunately for Powell, right back into his arms.
So 10:50 to go in the third. It'll be 3rd and 11 from their 39. Snap to Wisniewski, rolls to his right. He looks to throw on an out, and it is complete. And it is going to be easily for the first down. And you do sometimes wonder if that's one Riverton would like to get that back, kind of a soft zone defensively. And he just broke off his route and had 3 yards of clearance in every direction.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Probably playing the deep ball a little bit was looked like Clay Sheets, I believe, on defense on that one. Not a bad play by him, but it was a great recovery to make a tackle and ensure he doesn't get any more yardage.
So 1st and 10 from the 17.5 of Riverton. On the move are the Panthers. Wisniewski, high snap, has to jump for it, but he's going to keep it. He's at the 25 down to the 20, and he's going All right, we're coming back now. I think we lost a bit of a power surge there. Let's see, your camera's coming back on. There we go. Looks like we're back. Had a power surge here in the booth and lost some equipment. Luckily, the battery for the laptop clicked on, or we'd been gone a lot longer.
Wisniewski's pass complete to Trevin Abraham for the Panthers. That's a first down, Panthers!
So we're going to find out if we're back. We're going to keep calling it. Baylor, if you would, you reach out on the group text, find out if we're back, or tell them to be patient. So power surge here in the booth. Not sure how that happened, but we lost all of our equipment except for that which has batteries. So the only thing we actually lost was our board, and we lost our camera just for a split second. And Cassie's saying we're still on. Thank you to our board ops, not Leanne Sanderson, Cassie Shields. Cassie stepping in for Katie Shields. It's the family business. On the pitch, and it's going to be dropped, and they're going to have to dive on it again, and it was still loose. Let's see what they say. I thought he had it and then lost it again on the ground, but let's see what they would signal. No, they're going to say fumble recovery Riverton. I think Riverton might have got blessed a little bit there by the coaches, but Riverton forces the 4th fumble of the day. Fifth fumble of the day. How many have been recovered? Third lost fumble by Powell. And they've had quite a few others that bobbled snaps. They just sloppy play. Riverton's going to take it over at the 20-yard line or 21-yard line. And we like to be fair. We are Riverton homers, but we're going to be a little fair on that. It looked like the hit while he was down, after he was down. Now, it was a fumble to begin with, but Nonetheless, we will take it, and it just continues the sloppy play by the Panthers after they gained quite a few yards, had really their first long drive. Here with 9:06 in the third, Gantenbein under center is going to hand it off, and no go, nowhere for, I do believe, Hunter Saltzgaber.
Yeah, I believe that was the third pitch by Powell that's resulted in a fumble. Luckily, they got the first two, but obviously Riverton got lucky there, got that one back.
Second down and 10, Riverton.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Riverton here.
I think Powell may be doing a lot of pitch drills in practice this week. I would guess.
You know, they don't do it anymore, but the old movies where they duct tape the ball in the guy's hand.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They have been playing very sloppy with the ball, and Riverton's been there to take advantage of it and force a lot of it. 8:20 in the third, Gantenbein under center, fakes the handoff and rolls right. He looks deep, goes over the middle, and ooh, dangerous through the hands of number 88. That is Paxton Yates. Paxton got both hands on it but went through, and there were two guys right behind him. Could have been a disaster, returning the favor disaster, actually.
Yeah, that was a ill-advised throw, kind of into tight coverage, but Riverton scraping through here so far in the second half.
So 3rd and 10, Riverton looking for its first yard of the second half. And not where you want to be, deep in your own territory, out of the gun. 2 protecting backs, 1 on each side, 1 wide right. He's got single coverage, though, if he cares to risk it. And he does. He's throwing deep and just misses him as he did break open. I'll get up off my knees now and just overthrew the intended target. I think it was it Cox or was it Sheets?
Clay Sheets, yep.
Clay Sheets, the intended target on the right side. They gave him single coverage. Clay made a move, broke late, timing pattern. Gantenbein put it up and just out of the arm reach of Clay Sheets. But it's got to hit, right? It's got to hit.
Got to hit one of these times.
Oh, bad snap on the punt. Jordan May recovers it nicely, though. No pressure coming, and it's going to be fielded at the 45.
It's like a 34-yard punt.
So it'll be Powell ball, 1st and 10. They're going to spot it at their own 46 when we return on WYO Today and KTAK.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Your car or truck is an investment. What it needs.
And welcome back here to WYO Today and KTAK. Powell coming out of the punt return at their own 46. Snap in the gun, and it's going to be handed off and 8 up by Riverton after a 2-yard gain by Wisniewski. So Nelson back at quarterback. Seems like, well, that's a little bit different. It seems like anytime they go from the gun, you don't know who it's going to be. But if they go from the pistol, reverse that. Anytime they go from the pistol, you don't know if it was Wisniewski or Nelson. Pretty much every time they've gone from the gun, they've relied on Nelson. But it looks like they may be switching it up here. Wisniewski going out of the pistol. Different quarterback, different play. It's going to be 2nd and about 7 after they mark it. Handoff looked a little awkward. It goes to Wisniewski. He's going to gain the 50, and he's holding his knee and signaling for help. So Wisniewski is down. It looks like it might just be a cramp. Credit to 2 Riverton Wolverines helping them work that out. As they do so, we'll take a quick break here on WYO Today and KTK. It is 0-0 with 7:06 left in the third.
Do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Riverton's Hampton Inn Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapaho Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
And welcome back. Cramps in both legs as the trainers were working out both legs on Wisniewski, so it means Nelson will be in at quarterback. He's going from the gun with 4 wide, 2 on each side. Takes the snap here on third, setting up the screen, and it was set up well, but Riverton sniffed it out for only a 3-yard gain, and it'll set 4th down now. Is this no man's land, so to speak, to Powell? It's going to set up 4th and 3. Excuse me. They're discussing it at least whether or not they'll go for it here.
I think if you're Powell, the way this game's going, one touchdown could seal it.
Yeah, it does look like, though, as all the big uglies come out, it looks like they are going to punt here. Maybe just a little bit on the field position side. Of course, Riverton playing basically a front 8 safe, not buying it whatsoever. They do have one return man, and we're going to have a timeout. So we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back as Powell decides what to do with 5, and the clock is moving during the timeout. As we'll figure out what to do with under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter and tied at 0.
Air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
And bad snap on the punt as we come back. And punter's going to do all he can to try and get forward, but he's going to be tackled before the line of scrimmage. But for a second, it was comical at first, and then all of a sudden, Baylor and I got real serious as we're coming out of that break.
Ball turns over on downs. First down, Riverton.
But it will be a turnover on downs, and this camera is off. It's off on the tripod, but not off on the – it's irking me. Well, we'll figure that out at some point in time during the week here. Riverton's going to get good field position, though, at their own 48.
Yeah, absolutely. Bad snap there, bobbled by the punter. Looked like he had some room to run, which was terrifying, seeing as he was like 15 yards behind the ball and only lost 2 yards. But I believe Hunter Saltzgaber had a great play to stop him there. And, yeah, Riverton with a great field position.
Well, their offensive ball handling woes are starting to sneak over now into special teams. Handoff to Saltzgaber. He goes wide. He's going to have some room to run depending on where he stepped out. And they're going to give him, looks like 5.
Saltzgaber on the carry for Riverton.
They're going to give him a long 4, really. He'll set up a second and a very long 5. They may have only given 1, 2. They gave him 4. So he'll set up second and 6. But good job on first down by the line and to make it manageable. Of course, the last time I said that, it wound up being 3rd and 10. So 5:36 to play. And Riverton coming out in the under center. No, out of the gun, excuse me. Ganbine's going to take it. He's going to run. He's only going to gain about 3. It'll set up a 3rd and 3 here.
Riverton right now, 1 of 5 on 3rd down.
So 1 of 5, 3rd down not been their friend.
No. But they've been having a lot of long 3rd downs.
Indeed, 3rd and 3. Playbook fairly wide open. The only thing I would rule out would be a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gattenbein tries to make them jump off sides again.
He has had some success on that. We haven't seen them really do anything self-inflicted on defense this half. Saw quite a bit of it in the first. And they're going from the offset I, tight end in motion, Gattenbein under center. He's going to hand off to Saltzgaber, and he's just ate up for a loss of half a yard. Saltzgaber goes over, and now if you're Riverton, what do you do?
Kind of the same situation.
Plus on the play brings up a 4th down and 4.
I think Linhart goes here, personally.
So they are huddling a lot longer than you'd expect.
Let's hear for that defense.
And they are at least going to try and draw them off. Out of the gun, 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side, and Coach Linhart's going to take a timeout here with 4:03 left, facing 4th and 4 from the Powell 46. We'll be right back here with more third quarter action on KTAK and WYO Today.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
And welcome back. Coach Linhart facing a very interesting decision here. 4th and 4 at the Powell 46. And it looks like he's going to elect to punt the ball after thinking about it a little bit. Punter is normally, is that Jordan May?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Gage Treber.
So Gage Treber coming into punt. So is there a little bit of trickeration going on here? At least enough to throw off Powell. If they notice it, they are playing with a little bit of a safe formation, so maybe just try and draw them off sides. That kind of seems to be the thinking here.
Mm-hmm.
Treber waiting. They're letting the clock tick down. And now it's going to be a little bit high to Treber. Treber's going to unleash it. It's high. Does it stay anywhere near inbounds? And it does not, as it'll go out at the 23-yard line. So not a lot of net on that.
Yeah, it looks like only a 22-yard punt
at the 23-yard line
for the Wolverines.
So that'll be interesting. If we get Coach in postgame, don't know with it being week 0. Don't know if he'll come up here or not. But if he does, might be, depending on the result, might be an interesting question here. As Jordan May, you think, would probably be more likely to pin him deep. But it will set up 1st and 10 from their own 18 for the Panthers. Of course, before the fumble on the last drive, they had moved the ball quite efficiently and effectively, both on the ground and a little bit through the air.
Yeah, definitely a different look to the Powell offense there coming out of the half. A better look until the fumbles, obviously.
Huh.
Mikhail Foley on the carry for the Panthers.
So Mikhail Foley there runs it for a gain of 5. And I would think that Baylor might stick with it this time. They've had great success on it in short doses, and it looks like it's something they could build on. Do they choose to build on it here is the question.
You think they would, especially given the struggles with the outside kind of runs that they've tried, all the fumbles and everything. I mean, it'd be smart to continue to run it up the middle until Riverton can stop it.
From the pistol, Wisniewski takes it, hands it off, I do believe, to Abraham, or it's one of the two. Mikhail Foley, one of their bigger backs, and he is going to be short. No, they're saying first down. They're pointing for it, so he gains just the line to gain, and it'll be from their own 33-yard line here. 1st and 10 for Powell with 3:38, and we're now getting to the point where every mistake could be absolutely critical. Absolutely critical. One score right now looks like could easily win this game, and a mistake could be the reason for it. From the pistol, Wisniewski going to turn, gets it back to Mikhail, excuse me. And Foley gets out to the 41-yard line. Going to be a gain of 7.5. Call it a long 2 on 2nd down here with 2:55 to play in the 3rd. And they are pretty much staying between the tackles now, Baylor.
Yeah, absolutely. Mikhail averaging 8 yards a rush in this game. But, yeah, the last 3 rushes, 5, 5, and 7. So definitely a successful rusher at the moment.
So be coming out in the pistol formation, 2 wide on the left. Snap is a little high, he jumps up for it, and this time Mikhail Foley's got room to run. He's at the 50 to the 40, down to the 31-yard line. No, they'll give him the 32 before he's tackled by a couple of DBs for the Wolverines. And with 2:16 to go in the 3rd, they will have 1st and 10 from the Riverton 32.
Yeah, Powell, like we said, they're finally sticking with it.
And they're using a running back who they used very sparingly in the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
They've conditioned it up. Let's see what they do here. Pistol formation, same formation, 2 wide on the left. Snap to Nelson this time. He hands it off to Mikhail Foley again, and he's going to gain the 28. They're going to say he was down at the 29, but it's going to set up 2nd and 2 for the Powell Panthers here.
Yeah, that's five of the same play in a row. Just to a different side of the center.
Same running back.
Same running back, 5 times in a row.
Mikhail Foley making his mark now. Do you have any idea what he's up to?
Yeah, 92 yards is what I have him up to.
So on the verge of 100, and unless we stop the drive now, I have a feeling he's going to get it on this drive.
Yeah.
Pistol formation. Foley is the deep back. They're going out of the true power eye. Nelson's going to hand it off this time to Foley. He's going to be stopped at about the 22, but it is enough. No, they're going to say his knee was down at the 23, so it's going to set up 3rd and 1. And something tells me for Powell, the way they're dedicating themselves to run this drive, Baylor, this is 2-down territory.
Yeah, I would think so.
They're not going to kick a field goal. And who could blame them? They have every right to believe that their big hogs up front can get 2 yards in 2 plays, or 1 yard in 2 plays. 30 seconds left in the third. From under center in the power eye, they're going to hand it off. No stopping there, and he's going to have the first down, and he's going to shrug off a couple of Riverton Wolverines. Is number 29, Trevin Abraham, and he's going to easily get the first, and he's going to get all the way to 19. First and goal, Powell in the red zone, and I guess he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, he did step out of bounds. Because otherwise, I think Powell would be perfectly content to let these 12 seconds just go off, take it to the fourth.
Yeah, that's what I'd imagine. Just been the same play. That was the first run, not by Mikhail Foley of the half. Of this drive. Going
under center is Nelson. He takes the snap. Now he's going to roll out. He drops it. And they get Riverton missed tackle 1, missed tackle 2, missed tackle 3, and what should have been for a loss is going to be about a 2-yard gain to end the quarter. But again, Powell gets kind of cute, and he drops the ball almost, and they have problems with it. And Riverton will be facing a 2nd and 9, actually, for Powell deep in Riverton territory in the fourth quarter. We will be right back here with the conclusion on WYO Today and KTAK.
Place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 8.
All right, we'll get back to that. Sorry, I have to cut off in the middle of commercial. We'll get back to it in just a second. 2nd and 8, start the fourth quarter. Handoff to Wisniewski. He stood up after the gain of about 1. It looks like they might have given him 2. Kind of hard to see where they're stepping in right now. Looks like about the 16, though. So that would be a gain of 2. On the first play of the fourth quarter.
Powell goes away from Mikhail Foley in only 2 yards in 2 plays.
Yeah, it's gotten weird. I understand Foley might be gassed, but go to Trevor and Abraham. Same type of runner, same probably plays that he's strong at. It does raise some questions, but hey, keep doing it. Yeah. Ivy Agee, the kicker, was warming up, and that's you heard it right. They have a female kicker. And we'll see how good her leg is. I don't remember playing Powell in soccer. I don't think we did. So, and we've got whistles on the field. It's going to be a timeout here.
Timeout on the field
by Powell. We'll take it with him and be right back on WYO Today.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to the fourth quarter here in Powell, Wyoming. Been a little bit muggy here tonight. Surprised we haven't seen more cramping. We did see Wisniewski go down with both legs cramping, but Riverton, in an area of the state not known for any humidity at all, has been fairly well conditioned. They still look fresh, even against the run. But going out of under center, power I football here by Powell. They need a big gainer, and they're going to roll to throw. Nelson over the middle and leaves it incomplete. Huh? Okay, so this, as far as a field goal would be, it'd be 28, be a 35-yarder, and that is indeed what they're going to do here. Let's get the kicker in the screen, please. And it'll be Ivy Agee is going to attempt, they're going to hold it at the 25, so 35-yard kick here. And for some reason, the Powell sideline wants the crowd to get into it. I get it. They're proud of her. She's come out for what is traditionally a male sport, but you kind of don't want to be yelling to distract her during her field goal attempt. She will take it from close to center. Snap is a bit high. It's put down. It's well short, though. Well short by Ivy Agee, and Riverton with 10:52 dodges a bullet after allowing the run game to march down the field a bit, and then Riverton's defense bowed up, but also, as you heard Baylor say, they stopped giving it to the big back and got a little tricky, and it cost them a bit, as Riverton has not shown any weakness on really anything but up the middle. And it's your known strength if you're Powell. So Riverton's got a long way to go, but the way they've been huddling and whatnot, this could be a 10-minute, 52-second winning drive.
That would be ideal for Riverton here.
It would be ideal. Blake Gambine going to break the huddle in shotgun formation with 5 wide. So we went from power I 2 plays ago by Powell to 5 wide gun. Gambine showing blitzes. Powell, he backs out of it. Gambine fades back. He's looking long. He's got a guy wide open, and he drops it. He was wide open, and it hit him in the hands, then hit him in the face mask, and he drops it. That, I do believe, was that Dane Cox?
It was, yes.
Dane Cox, and he just threw his hands up to his face because it was right there. Don't know if he beats the safety who looked like he had a good angle, but it's a big, huge play nonetheless, and flips the field. And this has been the Riverton version of Powell handling the ball incorrectly and fumbling it around and having issues, has been the drop passes tonight.
Yeah, there's been probably 6 or 8 of them, I'd say, in this game. Easily half of them score a touchdown. But like you said, most of them, or all of them, would be a long play. Set Riverton up and,
So now it sets them up 2nd and 10 long. Gambine under center, man in motion. Fakes the end around and then gives it on the other end around. And it's going nowhere. It'll be no gain. And that drop pass now comes back to bite them, as now they're looking at 3rd and 10 and possibly having to punt deep within their own territory here with 10:26 and counting left in the ball game.
Yeah, Riverton struggling really to get much going in the second half. I believe they ended the first half 91 total yards. They only have 7 yards this half.
Powell's defense does deserve some credit for that, but self-inflicted wounds on both sides have been a major culprit as well. From the gun, 4 wide, 2 on each side for Gantenbein. Snap, handles it, throws across the middle, caught at the 40-yard line for a first down. Catch by Clay Sheets, 5'11", 155 receiver, and he's going to move the sticks and clutch with a guy hanging on his back, Baylor.
Absolutely, great pass by Blake. Put it in a place only Clay could catch, and Clay just made a great play and thankfully held on to it. Big play by the Wolverines. Hopefully that kickstarts the offense a little bit.
Big play at least gets us out of having to punt from deep in our end zone and giving Powell some momentum. Because you would think at some point in time they would say, let's just run it down the gut. If Riverton stops it, they stop it, but go with what's working. Riverton now coming out here on this drive, slinging it a bit. The one run went for 0 yards. Good completion on 3rd and 10, and 1st and 10, the quarterback had it. So going out of the offset eye, Gantenbein under center, and we're going to have a whistle and a timeout called on the field. With 9:28 left, we're knotted up still at 0 here in Powell. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on Wyo Today and KTAK.
Is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blodorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blodorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blodorn Lumber.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
And welcome back here on Wyo Today. It is 1st and 10 from the 40 after a huge catch by Sheets. Timeout. Both teams have used 2 already. We're talking about that inside the timeout. And under center is Gantenbein. He's going to look to pitch it to Saltzgaber. Saltzgaber gets the edge. He's at the 45, and he is going to muscle his way down close to a first down. He's going to be about 4 inches short. And now that was testing the outside. It'll be 2nd down and extremely short. The quarterback sneak get you a first down. So it'll be interesting to see, what do you do here? They've been willing to sling it. Now would be maybe play action time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that they haven't shown yet as an outside look. And, definitely looking at play action and probably another deep pass. And hopefully, someone can hang on to it. But it looks like they gave him a first down, actually.
They did give him the first down. They measured it, or as much as they measure them nowadays. They just kind of eyeball it a little closer. Going from the offset eye, Gantenbein. Let's see if they test that outside or if they go play action here. Gantenbein's going to hand it off up the middle of Saltzgaber, and luckily for Powell, the defensive tackle able to get a hand on his wrist. He gains right at 5. I don't know why the guy with the chains on that side was moving, but it does a nice 5-yard gain, and if that defensive tackle does not stay in that play and get the shoe, Saltzgaber been probably at first down, if not more.
Yeah, that was a big hole by the Wolverine line there.
So now Riverton willing to take some time, 8:32 and counting, and Riverton on the move.
Yeah, Wolverines ran down about 2 minutes on this drive so far.
Offset eye on the left. Now the protecting fullback comes to the right. And it's going to be handed off again. And Saltzgaber is going to get everything he can out of it. I think he's going to be just a wee bit short. He is. It's going to set up 3rd and 1. They're going to say, nope, they're going to adjust and say 3rd and 1.5, saying his knee touched down. They originally had it spotted right on top of the 41. Now it's about 3/4 of the way to the 42. So Riverton having some success here on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, you think that this might potentially be 4-down territory as well for the Wolverines, just given how well Powell's offense has been running.
You might, that'd be interesting. Hopefully we don't have to see it. Hopefully we take care of it here.
Just get it right here.
Gantenbein offset eye. Fullback is off to his left. They're going to roll the tight end into the backfield too, and they're going to hand it off to Saltzgaber. He's at the 40, 35, and down to the 30. He's still up and to the 28-yard line. I don't know if he needed to jump up, but he did nonetheless. Big gain there. 2 leading backs, and Riverton has it 1st and 10 from the Powell 28 with 7:20 to go.
Yeah, Riverton came into this drive only 7 yards in this half. I mean, they're driving easily right now. It was a big catch by Clay Sheets.
Absolutely huge throw and catch. Ganbine to Sheets changed the whole complexion of things, if for nothing other reason, milking this clock and getting it far downfield. Now let's see the Riverton Wolverines polish this thing off, this drive at least, and it looks like they're going straight from the I formation, and all sorts of guys in motion. And we're going to get a delay of game against the Wolverines. And just as soon as they had something going, they're going to be looking at 1st and 15. And it looked like some confusion there. Could have been multiple minute. They had 3 guys motioning at the same time. There was all sorts of problems there with the wide receiver core in the I formation.
Yeah, one tough thing about running down the clock in high school football, no play clock, that's very evident. You have the back judge who raises his hand in the air when there's 10 seconds left and then kind of signals down. But, as a player, you're not always looking back there. And so
it is an interesting thing where you're not having the play clock, but you still got to have the internal clock. Snap is a Ganbine in the gun. He's going to keep it, and he's going to get about half the penalty yards back. He's going to get to the 30, so it'll set up 2nd and 12 here with 6:20 to go. So we're definitely at a point where Ganbine and his receivers are going to have to hook up most likely on this drive. I'd be very interested to see if they do that or if they test it with a toss sweep to Saltzgaber here.
I'd like to see him be aggressive a little bit.
Well, they're going out of the right formation. In tight, though, is Tripp's right, very far in tight. One protecting back in the gun, and he's going to roll to his right, throw back to his left. He's got a man open in Cox and a great open field tackle, but it does half the yardage. It's going to be about 3rd and 6 here as we tick under 5:35 to play in regulation.
Wolverines here, another 3rd down attempt, 3 of 8 in this game.
Good play to half it. Good play by the right outside linebacker to stick with it because Cox could have ran for days if he's not there.
A little bit, that was thrown off his back foot there. A little bit further pass kind of lead him. That potentially could have went for a long ways.
3 wide right, 1 wide left. Ganbine takes it, throws over the middle, complete for a 1st down inside the 15-yard line. Pass is complete to Jackson Larson, the 6-foot, 160-pound wide receiver, and Riverton will have it inside the red zone at the 14, and we have no scoreboard. And now it's back. I was about to say, power surge for them.
Yep, power surge of their own.
Power surge of their own.
It keeps going in.
Now we have no score, but we have a clock, but we already know there's no score.
Yeah.
So, and now it's back. They had problems with the mics or the speakers at halftime for the Dance Panthers or Panthers dance team or whatnot. They still put on good performance, actually, with no music, and then it started halfway through. 4:35, Ganbine's going to hand off Saltzgaber. He's going wide. He gets inside the 10, and a flag. It was on the outside receiver holding is most likely going to be the call, I think. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. And I'll tell you one thing. That flag came out, and he was holding. We saw it. Saltzgaber was past him. Just let go. So it's going to take it outside the red zone. It's going to be 1st and 20 from the 24. And that's almost like a punch in the gut.
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want to do in the red zone, obviously. Just go backwards 10 yards. But, yeah, it's the old mantra, play till the whistle blows, but make sure you're playing legally, of course, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Let him go. Saltzgaber's that guy's not catching Hunter. He's not the guy getting the tackle. From the snap, Ganbine from the gun, fakes one way, comes back. Ooh. And was just dedicated to the inside screen there, and Baylor almost to his detriment.
Yeah, almost threw it right into a Powell Panthers chest, just about. Luckily falls incomplete. Yeah, that was kind of a dead play, unfortunately, from the get-go.
And you do wonder if Ganbine had actually seen that and then come back. He had a little bit of run room. Mm-hmm. He's known for having some speed, being a great athlete. Probably doesn't get a ton, but probably gets it down to 2nd and 17 or something like that. But he's going from the gun, 2 wide on the right, 2 wide on the left up top. Tailback, Saltzgaber going in motion out into the slot. Gantenbein's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it, and he's going to fight for everything he can get, ladies and gentlemen, but there wasn't anything there. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's the best he could have done.
Yeah. Yeah, that Powell was ready for that one. They had about 6 guys blitz right up the middle. Fortunately, right where Gantenbein wanted to go.
So they're going to say he lost a yard. It's at the 25 now. So just for those doing the math at home, it'd be a 42-yard field goal. I know Saltzgaber's got the leg. I don't know about the accuracy. I know he's fairly accurate with a round ball, but kicking it, but we shall see here. Gantenbein out of the gun, 3 total wide, 1 up top, kind of close in, 2 wide right on the bottom. Gantenbein's going to look for the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown, Wolverines! Gantenbein got a man behind him. Got Clay Sheets behind him. He was running the inside post, and touchdown, Gantenbein to Sheets. 4-6, and Riverton breaks the scoreless tie with 3:25 to go.
Wow. Finally worked out.
Oh, yeah, I need to adjust the scoreboard. I've gotten so used to not. So Riverton now, with the extra point, could be critical. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is up and good. And the Riverton Wolverines, with 3:25 left in the ball game, lead the Powell Panthers 7-0. We'll be right back with the kickoff here on Wyo Today and KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
And welcome back here, fourth quarter, 3:25 to go. Riverton, Gantenbein to Sheets for a 20, what yard?
20, exactly 20, or 25.
25-yard touchdown pass. They finally hook up on that post, inside post, and Riverton leads 7-0.
I'll tell you what, I think Riverton collectively took a sigh of relief. Fans, coaches, players, everybody.
Saltzgaber teed up, nailed the extra point, and is going to kick this about 9 yards back into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20. And now to quote Larry Munson, which no one out here knows, but I'm going to quote him anyway. Just because Cody always gives me a lot of crap when I talk about George. The old George announcer, hunker it down one more time, Riverton Wolverines.
Well, not only did Riverton score on that drive, they ran 7 minutes off the clock. And now you've put Powell in a tough situation because they want to run it. They only have one timeout, but they like to run it. But you've almost put them in that passing situation that we talked about where they have not been very good in this game.
Have not been covered. Both teams have used 2 timeouts. You wonder if that could come back to haunt somebody at some point in time. From the gun, 2 wide on each side. Man on the top goes in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to get to the 25. They might give him the 26. They will give him the 26. Wisniewski with the carry. He gained 6. No, they won't give him the 26. Now they're going to... Each side completely disagrees with play in the middle, but they'll give them 25. That's fine. 5 yards and the clock moving, and it's now under 3 minutes, and they seemingly don't have their play in yet.
Yeah,
no, they don't have their play in. Their quarterback just went over to the sideline and got it, so they've wasted 25 seconds in this. And it's a team who does not operate fast. From the gun again, 2 wide on each side. Man on the near side goes in motion. Wisniewski's going to keep it again. He's going to have the first. He gets a big gain. And he's down at the 38-yard line. Powell's own 38. So let's see how long it takes them here when they get set. And the chains don't seem to be moving very quickly.
No, they're not.
They've got them set now. So with 2:30 to go, they start the clock back up.
Yeah, Powell is still not in a hurry.
No, they're not, and they're relying on this run. Now, they know they've been able to gash, so Riverton has to find a way to hunker it down here with 2:15 to go. Bringing up another man in the box. Now he'll back off. Snap to Wisniewski. He's going to look to throw. He's rolling to his left. He's being chased, puts it up, and wide open. Taken down, and no. What was that? It may have been unsportsmanlike, or I don't know what it was, but there's no way that could be. What is that against Riverton? I mean, it was a high tackle, but it wasn't a horse collar. It wasn't a face mask. That's a bit of a bogus call here. They're going to call face mask from behind. So it's the first. It will be the first face mask I've ever seen called where you got it with the tricep.
Yeah,
it was a high tackle, but he came in from behind. As people know who listen to our game of the week and stuff, I don't blame referees, but that's a bad call. I could have lived with it if they said unnecessary roughness or something because he threw him down kind of hard. I don't like it, but I could live with it. But face mask,
I don't think there was enough time to get a face mask. How hard the hit was. But.
So set 1st and 10 at 31. They've got to get 7. We're at a minute 49 and counting. They're still in no hurry. From the gun, Wisniewski 2 wide up top. Man goes in motion. Wisniewski pauses for a second, and here he'll run it. And he's going to get just stood up. And he's not even hitting the hole very fast. And now, tick, 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 tick. Milk that clock for Riverton. Minute 25 left to go. Wisniewski's helmet comes off, so he's got to come out. They have 1 timeout left with a minute 20 and counting. So here comes Nelson in. He has been more prone to be the thrower, but they took that snap with a minute 50, the previous snap, and there's 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun, protecting back off to the right, 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Slot man goes in motion from near center. Pressure. They're trying to put him on his butt. There's a flag. It's going to be holding, but he steps out of bounds, and Riverton will most likely take the yards.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially with him stepping out of bounds. At the rate they're going, though, if he'd stayed inbounds, just let the clock run out. 44 seconds left. It will be a hold against Powell. Held the left defensive end, who really just a great first move, Baylor.
Yeah. That Caden, he just he overpowered 2 guys. Had to be held in order to avoid a sack. Sorry, I was looking at my stat sheet.
Oh, that's fine, man. That's fine. 44 seconds left.
Second down and 20 after the 10-yard.
2nd and 20, and the referees are having a meeting of the minds here. Ball is spotted at the 40. It's not exactly 10-yard, but depending on where it happened. Here's the thing, though. It happened in the backfield.
Yeah, I think they're talking whether the penalty should be taken from the spot or the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they're going to move it.
Because if it's from the spot, it's going to be 2nd and about 30.
Should be, I would think, from the line of scrimmage, which would make sense since it was in the backfield. Yep. So we'll set up 2nd and 18 from the 40. And now they have to pass it. So from the gun, 3 wide on the left, 2 wide on the right. Slot on the right going in motion. Fakes it, pressure, across the middle, and deflected down, almost picked off by number 18, Blake Gantenbein. Talk about helping yourself out. Deflected by Gantenbein, and it'll set up 3rd and 18. Of course, 4 down territory the rest of the way.
Yeah, that was a That was very close to sealing this game here.
40 seconds. Might have been the quickest they've operated on this drive. But Ganbine just lurking there in the zone, playing the kind of a linebacker spot on that play. Just really stepped in front of it, reached out in front of it. 5 wide, same formation. 3 are on this end. They're on the blitz. Wisniewski having to get rid of it on the screen. It's set up well with 34 seconds. He's going to get down, but close to the first down. It's going to depend on the mark. It's going to be 4th and 1. Timeout on the field by Powell. We'll take it with him. There is 30 seconds left. And they're going to say he went down actually before that, it seems. So it's going to be 4th and 2 when we return on WYO Today.
Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
And welcome back out of the timeout. That was the last timeout for Powell. Going out of the gun. Surprises me not the pistol. Here with a run set up. You assume Wisniewski will keep 4th and 2. He fades back. He's going to go left. He's got some room for it. Might see a hold. He's going to run out of bounds. There was a bit of a hold on the far side. Not enough for the officials to call it. And he'll go out at the
on the carry for the Panthers.
18 or 19. I can't see. I need the ref to move out of the way so I can see it. 19, just inside the 20. Here with 24 seconds left. Now here's where Powell has no timeouts. So everything you would assume is to the end zone or the boundaries here. They get tackled and it's not 10 yards. I don't know how much they've trained to run up and spike a football, but we may find out here shortly.
Yeah, you think they'd have to have at least 2 plays called, or a play in an instant spike if they don't get out of bounds.
And brings up this: their kicker missed the field goal to break the 0-0 tie. So, field goal, I'm talking about extra point potentially, and we've got a potential flag on the field. We do have a flag on the field.
I think they said
no.
Riverton called timeout.
Riverton called timeout. Coach next door was screaming for a false start. I thought it was too. So timeout by Riverton with 23 seconds, and they'll notoriously put 1 second back on. And we will be right back with the conclusion of this thriller here in Powell. Riverton 7, Powell nothing on KTAK.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
And welcome back here, 4th quarter, 23 seconds left. They haven't put the second back on. You think they would in favor of them. Riverton calls timeout. And to set the stage for you, we were 0-0 until the 4th quarter. First opportunity to score really was by Powell, and they missed a field goal well short. Granted, it was like 40-yarder, but Riverton then marches down the field after a huge 3rd down completion. Gantenbein to Sheets on 3rd and 10 deep in their own territory. Takes a 7+ minute drive to take the lead 7-0. And now here we are, 24 seconds left. 1st and 10 from just inside the 20. Whew.
Yeah, it's been a thrilling final 4 minutes of this game for sure. Riverton finally came to life here in this 4th quarter. Trying to put it away here.
From the gun, 5 wide, 3 of them are up top. Wisniewski's going to look towards the end zone. He's going to throw. Was it? No, incomplete. And the was because there was a guy right there for Riverton to pick it. And that would have been it, obviously. 19 seconds left.
Yeah. Looked like Gage Treber and Blake Gantenbein both in the area, kind of ran into each other, potentially knocked it loose.
And you are asking right now, and Wisniewski's going to have to pull a play out of himself. Powell not known for the deep pass, but now they have to throw 10 yards or more unless they set up the screen again, but that'd be a gutsy call because anything inside 10 yards, he goes down, he trips, game over.
Absolutely, yep.
So Wisniewski gets the play call. He is the quarterback they've entrusted here after rotating with Nelson. 5 wide, 3 on the near side. Wisniewski's going to roll. He's going to look to throw. Guy is open, but if he goes down, he's going to get out of bounds at the 12 or 11, but it's going to set up third down with 12 seconds left. And, boy, that one missed tackle by Riverton, one-on-one shot that I think Gage Treber had a shot at him. He gets him down there. It's done. He did step out a little bit earlier than we initially thought, so it looks like it's going to be a long 3 yards with 12 seconds left. You're a team that loves to run. You have no timeouts. This is usually where you would run the ball. Do you dare call the screen here?
I mean, if they get a first down, you have to call 2 plays because if you get a first down, clock stops.
Yeah, you got to be ready to spike it, most likely. And Wisniewski with the snap thrown across the middle. And he's down. There's no touchdown. You cannot get back up. So they've got to hurry. They've got to wait till the chains move, and the chain guys aren't moving. 5 seconds left. You know it's going to be a sneak here. No, it's going to be a spike. It's going to be a spike. I think there should be 1 or 2 seconds left. Should be 1 or 2 seconds left. And you would be crazy to think this won't be an Abraham situation or a McHale situation. I always call him by his first name. I'm not sure why. But you would figure Trevin, Abraham, or McHale Foley. Baylor, I will be shocked if they put this in the air.
Yeah, that would be a shock to all of us.
And thinking ahead, if they get it in, I will be shocked if they don't go for 2 on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I think just their success earlier in the game on the ground, you think they try to punch something right up the middle here.
So you don't get any more tense than this. Power eye, 1 second on the clock. Wisniewski under center. He's going to take this, and it's going to be a pitch, and is he in? No, he's short! Riverton wins! He's short! Great open field tackle! Wolverines are going to escape Powell with the victory! It looked like he had it the whole way, and just the DB's safety, middle linebacker, outside linebacker stuck with it, extended him out, and unable to get it. But you don't get closer than that. He was down. It looked, like I said, in fairness, it looked legit, Baylor. The ball was on our side. We're looking at the pylon. It was on our side of the pylon. So Riverton will win this thing 7-0 on a trip to Powell here in week 0. We will be right back. Take a breath, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Riverton 7, Powell 0. That's your final here on KTAK.
For collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back to Wire Today and KTAK. Your final here, 7-0 Riverton. Riverton with the goal line stance. I asked them to hunker down, and they did. Stopping Powell on a 4th-and-1 toss sweep, a mere inches, if that, away from scoring. So welcome to the Clicker Ticket postgame show. As we wait on Coach, we're going to kick it over to Baylor here and give you the final stats of this exciting defensive battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Defensive up until the last 4 minutes, and then Riverton the whole game imposing the bend but don't break mantra. Man, what a game. Statistically wise, first for Powell. As a team, they finished with 284 yards, 103 through the air, and 181 on the ground. They averaged 5.7 yards per carry on the ground. As a team, turnovers and penalties really killed them. They cleaned up the penalties there in that second half, but fumbles were a big deal in that in the second half. They had 6 total fumbles, 3 of those recovered by the Wolverines, and all 3 of them in the Wolverine territory with the Powell Panthers driving down the field. As a team, Powell finishes 3 of 11 on 3rd down and 1 of 2 on 4th down conversions. Individually, through the air, Keanu Wisniewski, 8 of 15 for 76 yards, and Caden Nelson, 4 of 6 for 27 yards. On the ground, Keanu Wisniewski, 13 rushes for 57 yards. That's a 4.4 average. Trevin Abraham had 5 rushes for 35 yards. That's a 7-yard average. Mikhail Foley really came out there in that second half and then kind of went away for some reason. 10 rushes for 93 yards. That's 9.3-yard average. Receiving-wise for the Powell Panthers, Caden Nelson finishes 4 receptions for 40 yards. Alex Jordan, 2 for 17. Mikhail Foley, 2 for 16. And Trevin Abraham, 3 for 13 yards. Keanu Wisniewski also had 1 reception for 15 yards. To finalize some team here, they had 3 punts, all 3 in the first half, averaging 45.7 yards. They finished with 6 penalties for 40 yards due to the Powell Panthers. The Riverton Wolverines now, as a team, 194 total yards. Keep in mind, they came into the second half only 91 yards of offense. And I want to say 80 yards of that 194 came on one drive to finish the game, 7-minute drive. As a team, like I said, 194 total yards, 106 through the air, and 88 on the ground for the Wolverines. They are 4 of 10 on 3rd down, and they did not attempt a 4th down conversion. Wolverines also only 1 turnover. They won that turnover battle that you mentioned earlier, Kevin. They had 2 fumbles, 1 recovered by the Powell Panthers. Through the air, Blake Gantenbein really showed out, 9 of 20 for 106 yards. He was 4 of 8 for 63 yards and a touchdown there in that second half. And then receiving-wise, Clay Sheets, 2 receptions for 45 yards. He caught that touchdown late in the fourth quarter. Jackson Larson had 2 receptions for 34 yards. Hunter Saltzgaber, 1 reception for 17 yards, and Dane Cox had 4 receptions for 10 yards. On the ground, Blake Gantenbein, 5 rushes for 10 yards. That's a 2-yard average. Jordan May, 3 rushes for 9 yards. That's a 3-yard average. And Hunter Saltzgaber, 14 rushes for 71 yards. He had a 5.1-yard average. Punting-wise, I believe they had 1 punt there in the second half. They had 6 total punts for 30.7 yards on average, and 6 penalties for 50 yards, did the Riverton Wolverines.
All right, thank you, Baylor. And we're going to go ahead and jump ahead a little bit as we wait on Coach, see if he's coming up here. Of course, he's been the huddle down there was, shall we say, just mildly enthused. But a new award this year, Gatorade has brought you the good sport of the game. And I'm going to take this one, if you don't mind, on my one Riverton game. I'm going to give that to Aaron Gonzalez. There was another Riverton player, too, that immediately when Wisniewski went down with the cramps, they started stretching him out before the trainers could get there. Didn't see one of the numbers, but saw Aaron Gonzalez, defensive tackle. So congratulations to him on being the Gatorade Good Sport of the game. We're going to take a break here real quick, wait on Coach, and when we return, we will also bring you our Papa Murphy's player of the game here on Wild Today and KTAK. Again, your final 7-0, Riverton wins.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Welcome back to Wild Today's coverage of Riverton Wolverine football. A nail-biter, a stunner, as Riverton wins 7-0. No points scored at all until, well, only one score had happened, but until the fourth quarter. And then credit Powell came right back, came down to a 4th and 6 inches. They went with the run as you would expect. If anything, I think the only question would be, if you're Powell faithful, might be up the middle.
Yeah.
But they went wide, and they ran into one of several players, but one who I'm told is our Papa Murphy's player of the game. We'll kick it over to Baylor for that.
Yeah, it looked like both Kevin and I, we're quite a ways away from the field, but looks like one of the players that made the stop there and had a tremendous effort on the ground was definitely obviously a great team effort here by the Wolverines, but probably the player that was everywhere on the field, both defensively and offensively, the whole game long. And I think we're going to give Papa Murphy's player of the game to Hunter Saltzgaver, who we believe helped make that final stop to keep Powell out of the end zone as time expired there in the fourth quarter. Not only did he do that on defense and make several other great stops from the linebacker position, but Hunter Saltzgaver also 14 rushes for 71 yards. That's a 5.1 average. And he also had one catch for 17 yards. His effort just helped Riverton win.
I mean, that, and we had started kind of talking off to our side. The field goal kicker for Powell missed from 40. She gave it a good shot at 40, long for a high schooler. But the question was, would that mess with her mentally? And that's why we're talking about going for 2. Of course, Riverton never even thought about it. They got Hunter Saltzgaver, who came in. And let's also remember the 2 times that they had to kick off, Saltzgaver put it in the back of the end zone. No chance for Powell to try and get better field position. I'm not sure we're going to get Coach. I'm starting to doubt it, but we may, and I can't blame him. We appreciate it. We will have for Hunter, if his folks are listening or anything like that, a free Papa Murphy's pizza. He just needs to come see us at the game next week or the first home game. We'll it's on us. We'll get it to him. We're going to take a real quick break, give Coach a few more minutes, and if not, we'll be right back to wrap things up here on WIO Today.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Good news.
And welcome back to KTAK. And one day we just watched Coach. We were saying if he turns left, we don't have him. If he turns right, turn left. I'm sure they've got a schedule to keep. It was Baylor looked to be a very emotional and exuberant post-game meeting there on the field. What does this mean? As a guy who called Riverton for every game since Coach Leinhardt has shown up, what does this win mean?
Well, Coach has slowly improved. We started last year. We lost, to Star Valley. We lost to Cody. I believe we lost to Powell. Well, we did lose to Powell also. Those were the three best teams in the state last year. We lost to them handedly last year. And then as the season went on, slowly improved every single game. Players started making plays. They started, cleaning up those errors. And then by the end of the season, Riverton, we really thought potentially could make a run, into a semifinal, maybe surprise some folks, going forward. But, to come into this game, you're playing the number 3 preseason ranked Powell Panthers, according to Wild Preps. Riverton ranked number 5 coming into this game by Wild Preps. But still, you're playing the number 3 team, and once again, Powell, Cody, and Star Valley, the 3 teams that are just like, for the last 4 or 5 years, have just been the top dogs of 3A. You come into Powell's place in their blackout night, and you beat them on the road. I mean, that's just huge confidence builder for the players, and then also, especially in this game, I wouldn't say everything went perfectly well for the Wolverines. And just to finish it out with a win, I mean, that's got to build some major confidence.
Well, and you can also say, a lot of people, and we heard it being in the media and whatnot, saying Riverton's number 5, really? really. Yeah, they made the playoffs last year, but just barely. Didn't do anything in the playoffs. Granted, Coach Leonard has a great reputation coming in. So a way to kind of solidify that and say Riverton football's here. Now, does that mean we're going to win state? No. There's tough roads, but it's great to always step off and especially get a road victory with so many brand new starters who've never started before. And as he said with Cody in the pregame, some who've never played any varsity time. And for those guys to be able to come in, get a victory, get that confidence boost, but from coach's perspective, also have a lot to work on.
Yep.
Nothing better than that, because you know the guys will listen. They're not going to be full of it or anything like that, because now you start to look back from a coach's perspective. This game could have been 21, 24-0, 28-0 with drop passes being caught and whatnot. Of course, in fairness, Powell's saying the same thing. We don't put the ball on the ground. Things could change. So it was interesting. Congratulations to our player of the game, Mr. Hunter Saltzgaver. And I want to thank Baylor for allowing me to call a game with him. Cameraman Connor, my normal partner in crime. We want to thank Ernie and Kirk and Sarah, who had the call on the Lander scrimmage today. And we want to thank our board ops for the season. They both worked tonight to kind of get it under their belt. That'd be Cassie Shields and Leanne Sanderson. So for next week, we look at Riverton versus Cody in Cody. Cody Beers and Baylor Beers on the call here at 6 o'clock on KTAK. On KFCW will be Lander at Green River with Ernie Over and Austin Beck Doss on the call, also a 6 o'clock start. Thermopolis will be hosting Tongue River, 6 o'clock call. Kevin Simpson and Ryan Williams on the call. And myself and cameraman Connor will be at Shoshone, as Shoshone will host Pine Bluffs on KWYW. So for Baylor Beers and cameraman Connor, this is Kevin Shields saying have a great long weekend. And remember, Pokes versus Sun Devils on 99.1 The Heat tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Calling in Fremont County. We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one